Ghanaians are celebrating the man. They think that, okay, now he's getting closer to the presidency. This man is a disciplined person. You need him. Kwame, and easy. Now what?
This is the man, Honorable Kennedy Ohene Ejiofor, MP for Asin Central. This man is a true son of our beloved country, Ghana. Now, patriotism starts when people in country step out to demonstrate their love for their country.
If we really want to move this country, I want people who dream. 3 things that we have to keep. We need dreamers, we need thinkers, and we need doers. These 3 things. Our brother.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming. Patriotic citizens always ask, what can I do for my country? Instead of what can my country do for me?
Went to 37 military hospital and I said, I'm going to build ultra-modern cardiothoracic center for Ghana. I'm doing this for my country.
Honorable Kennedy Ohene Ejiofor has a track record, a good record that tells his commitment and dedication to help Ghana become a truly independent nation, a nation that produces for itself and creates opportunities for its citizenry, a nation where the youth are educated and guided to be proactive and productive. Yes, one day Ghana will be a better place when you and I work hard and smart alongside visionary leaders like Honorable Kennedy Ohene Ejiofor.
It's about time that we speak and criticize ourselves and make sure we change the destiny of the youth of this country. I live for you, so live for your brother too. That's the only way we can change the destiny of this country.
He has already started showing the way to be productive and dependent as a nation. Be patriotic, follow the vision. Honorable Kennedy Ejiofor says, this is the time, and the time is now. Let's work together.
Difficulties are making now. The most difficult time of all the difficult times
of the NPP.
Of NPP. NPP is the most difficult time in the history, in the exception of Danko Busia Dombu tradition. Come and listen to me. Yesterday I was with you. About 20% of yesterday I spent it with you. Let me tell you something. Emra, me call restaurant, me say me could eat. Me call ena. Abranti bi hwe mani say anos abra una wo kesben oso a cha okra una wo kana me say ane 92.9 yedi komo no say onu waiter no e ka che me say bra wo ko kan che omno mo fa Canada Japan mra wo esa ye nto aba tiri you want to onya delegate wasamo ko kan na mo ka che om say ye fa Canada Japan bra esa ye nto aba. I went to a fuel station. Oh, Tabora. Kwame. The guy saw me. We are talking and the guy said, Masa, what child of Mukamuma inki gomo, a compreko, the full attendant. On my way coming, there was a church, a race course. Church of one upon Obi a program, so we be launching the can, the album, music album. Now, me piano member, not Obi set, can the Japan t-shirts.
Eddie sorry hoba.
Only a sorry for okay. Now send your almost jubilate now at the point. Guy no winning the baby and some previous. Be on them the baby. No, I bet than celebrity because of the Japan. How and for the hell? Yeah, what is happening? Come it tells you a lot. Kesben 92. Then I came home because of the phone. 3 videos. I was looking for it. I'm about Mr. Sapo. So more tears. Hey, there goes to MPP. Nana Danko Akufo-Addo doesn't have the clout to solve this problem.
Don't you mean so?
I'm telling you, Kwame. Akwadu showdown. You don't understand the way showdown. Kwame. Akwadu showdown.
My mouth showdown.
The senior obviously jubilate. Now at the point, guy no winning the baby. Some previous. You are the baby. Kwame. No, I bet any celebrity because of the Japan. How and Kofodi Helen? Yeah. What is happening? Kwame, it tells you a lot.
Casper 92.
Then I came home because of the phone. 3 videos. I was looking for it. I'm about Mr. Sapo. So I'm yes. Hey, there goes MPP. Nana Danko Akufo-Addo doesn't have the clout to solve this problem.
Don't you mean so?
I'm telling you, Kwame. Akwadu showdown. You don't understand the way showdown. Kwame. Akwadu showdown.
My mouth showdown.
Japan showdown.
I know what they.
Why a showdown in the little Tokyo?
92.9.
Why a showdown at the monkey China? I'm telling you, that showdown at your president before the meeting.
92.9.
You see, I'm maybe a party like a couple. Who really chasing elephant into the bush? And people say, how could social media? I compare Kuno or I promise showdown.
Yeah.
But we say about 2% is bashing him, say he doesn't qualify to be a president because we're temperamental. But people are celebrating the man.
I compare.
And conform to Abanibi, Omudia delegates.
92.9.
Ghanaians are celebrating the man. They think that okay, they piece of Papa Diablo. Now he's getting closer to the presidency. This man is a disciplined person. You need him. Kwame, and easy. Now what?
Catch it, I say. Mammy Fanso.
There be medium in Yamsa.
Mammy Fanso.
No, we have something from
There be Mammy Fanso.
We have something from a large group of Sunya Rajan.
Me say, me canny pana. Obe winning election, you will not believe it.
I didn't be everything is possible.
I'll tell you.
So, be possible when I could be.
I will tell you in camera.
Be possible.
I can't see me, but this is what I'm saying. November 4. November 4. One candidate will be a kingmaker. Rakane Japan. He will be a king. Muntie Wesley, kingmaker.
Next one, the best thing. You better about my companion or the Acomobiana.
He will be a kingmaker.
Angel.
Kennedy Japan. And
November 4.
28th August 2023.
Angel.
On November 4.
You spend money to
MPP election Ura Kennedy Japan will be the kingmaker. There is a definite article.
Or a delegate. So a delegate.
Ura
or a kingmaker.
He will be the kingmaker in the election November 4.
He is part of the kingmakers.
Minia. You can't say man. You can see
what do you see? What do you see?
Namekano sister station.
What do you see?
What
do you see?
Can I move on? I'm be amfani niagro.
Oba kingmaker say because here o prophecy na ba onse nkamya be ka ho asem. Say nipa 4 ade ma hu say nipa so 6 na ewum. But 4 na ma hu say sa na akoye. Enti oba kingmaker say obi be hia support na wo dia make obi anase ono ana eko.
He will be a kingmaker.
Where kingmaker means?
Japan. He will be a king. Muntie Wesley, kingmaker.
Next one the best him. You better about my companion or the Acomobiana. Don't you
He will be a kingmaker.
Angel.
Kennedy Japan. And
November 4.
28th August 2023.
Angel.
On November 4. MPP election Ura Kennedy Japan will be the kingmaker. There is a definite article.
Or a delegate. So a delegate.
Ura
or a kingmaker.
He will be the kingmaker in the election November 4.
He is part of the kingmakers.
Minia. You can't say man. You can see
what do you see? What do you see?
Namekano sister station.
What do you see?
What
do you see?
Can I move on? I'm be amfani niagro.
Oba kingmaker sasa because we prophecy na ba onse nka me ya beka ho asem. Se nipa 4 ade ma hu se nipa so 6 na ewum. But 4 na ma hu se sa na akoye. Enti oba kingmaker sasa obi be hia ne support na wode ya make obi anase ono ana eko.
He will be a kingmaker.
Where kingmaker means?
What the financial was in about me few. So you good to me few, but the American say, and some na ye can hanum, yes, be will be to one as a yenny.
Now, I dare put in the basic that I November phone. Dare putting it. Hold on. The basic put him, mount, I'll tell you, my voice never be
to me few, but the American say, and some na ye can hanum, yes, be will be to one as a yenny.
Now, I dare put in the basic that I November phone. Dare putting it. Hold on. The basic put him, mount, I'll tell you, my voice never be able. Who be free? Pa.
Me few. So you good to me few, but the American say, and some na ye can hanum, yes, be will be to one as a yenny.
Now, I dare put in the basic that I November phone. Dare putting it. Hold on. The basic put him, mount, I'll tell you, my voice never be able. Who be free? Pa.
NDC said if only NDC could increase their vote in Ashanti region by just 20%. NDC for full soldiers do imagine your coins. Until they don't know. By the way, insulting me, I'm saying, we don't deal with you. Mono imagine your coins. Don't worry. Party for no my ben. Our multi analysis strategy. Party needs to do him. Ubeka me a prophet again. Enra. Me I'm TikTok. I'm calling NDC video. I'll come back to MPP and tell you what will happen in MPP. And I'm calling NDC video. NDC are ladies group. Particularly in Ashanti region. And I'm saying, this is the party thinking. This is NDC thinking. When you full soldiers are mudi atem no. More they are draining your coins. I say it without any apology. Montini baby I say passive full soldiers now NDC mono. Montini I say, Mona mo sorry anamonya Ashanti region voters so we tribal bigots. Brofobia amakwati amun nim dictionary meaning. And one say you are just using it stupidly, sheepishly. Sheepishly. What the amount maybe I say, then you are insulting Ashanti region voters. NDC party now, penny for their strategies now. They have been strategic. They have taken my advice. This is what NDC has done. Video we say. I'll come back.
I am Ms. Jolia today, president of DLE. Democratic Ladies Alliance is a network of young ladies in Ghana who believe in the vision of the NDC. The vision of the NDC is a sustainable, equitable, and prosperous Grenada for all. We intend to let NDC be a talk for every young person in Ghana, Ashanti region to be precise, and to sensitize the young people about the neglect of the region by the MPP as a result of their constant vote and support. Our vision as an all-ladies political support group in Ghana is to foster gender equality, empower women in politics, and advocate for policies that address the needs and concerns of women in our society.
NDC ladies are Ashanti region. Democratic ladies, almost say part of their objective is to make sure some pushy Ashanti region voters they have been neglected by MPP so that they will vote for NDC. NDC then or drink so that they can increase their vote where? Ashanti region. Why? Because Ashanti region population 5.6. This is gold for any political party. 5.6 million. Because so Ashanti region for also almost got 41 because Kakrana mama ye wono. I will see KJT Akrama omono. Kakrana at least look at how kakra and you see Nanwa President Mahama Kosra Lewin. I knew said something was cooking. Again, part of this same 20%. Yeah, Mema Kacha and this is a more year strategic credit. You can cross the line because look, between 2016, MPP for BT NDC with about 1 million votes. Between 2016 and 2020, MPP for vote to Swati a little over 500,000. NDC, but they can cross the line because right now they are to about. According to CDD Afro Barometer report, near the MPP for fan base, about from Apart from even in Ashanti region, are dedicated and a lot of people they will not come out. A normal phenomenon who follow elections are you can see the party be a second term the voter turnout never form. Now why be here? Scandals are those say $1 million session for their money a day. All these things no affect your buying. Into party out here konyaso no second term be problematic. Enya Ghana ko America ni other places ko party bia kwa the second term na be problematic ko UK is the same phenomenon. What I say in Ghana now here no buying the number one employee will be expectation that buying so no who cry the effect me more. So NDC strategy again President Mama call Lewin hono kosra ni na oh the NDC aye o maka che Lewin and I am doing my analysis. Lewin can say but me this is my reading. This is me my reading. Me can say waka che me but this is my reading. NDC himself say Lewin kojina NDC wo kwa abrea o wini. Cause oko straightforward so kojina ma NDC o wini but say na ye wo 137 our parliament no. You need the maximum seats Albania our parliament. Because last election I can boot for boot a war zone election if we're even able to make it to 2024 a serious election parliament now a more final a major issue. So NDC is playing smart and Lewin co-independent and because Lewin already on fan base that on your independent no nani pay Donald that or kwa and they will do parliament except for then he does business with NDC or he chooses whatever but most likely no say the President Mama no any President Mama relationship with a lot of the Kumawood people say MPP for by omadi omusika na masa oma shada hwe Kumawood for any 1 or 2 be pe kakra no oma makani no oma shada shom if he is able to get them these Kumawood stars were very influential in Ashanti region so nya vote ba ku mienu miensa onya seats in 2-3 with 137 NDC call parliament. So election or call parliament. They can do anything in parliament. Already they see a parliament said the MPP for more parliament. And ask them ketwa. NDC is thinking. Mufu soldiers some margin coins. You are not thinking. NDC is thinking strategy. But again, it doesn't agree you baby akakra you baby. Because politics 1 week to be changing dynamics. Idea way I make as of now, remember back to MPP. Me say NDC they are thinking. Democratic ladies they are targeting Ashanti region as a base. Say even if they are able to increase their voter margin, kakra cross it. Because there be a population does so to say Greater Accra region, Ashanti region. Unya numbers now a bow national level no, a bow 50+1 na President Benyano. And especially buying a popularity rating is not dropping now. No, NDC knows how to capitalize on. That's what NDC is doing. But I grown in here, baby. I grown in here, baby. When they are fair, I grown as started. Yambra back to MPP for them. Yanko MPP for them. When you send me video, my member video ni be unami sambra back. I told you say Canada, Japan will determine MPP primaries. Now go for Afia. Obi kwa video Afia pe Canada Japan asem se move asem so go minimum Canada Japan 2001. In any case, mindi obi ape eka o me imagine atekeke. Mindi obi ape ka. Imagine na dem I utilize it as and when I want to use it and how I want to use it and how I think. Mindi obi aka. Me analysis na me ye no kra no so aka Canada Japan dey me can the plus and then the minus. One day, course, or primary, so almost trapping Canada, Japan, and the Buafunaka. I will show the president a showdown, give you a showdown. I'm not trapping Canada, Japan. They know Canada, Japan soft points. Baby, I will Mianwa, Ubenyano. And Omunim Nakuma, the temperament says one of the things they can use against him. I am a Desmantana, no Mudi president, a Canada, Japan, Chinomuji phone free. Canada Japan needs somebody who has the balls around him, who can stand up to him to send a anti-stellar, who can tell him, Jaidio, and yes, I trap be on best politician. The thing I said about Alan Chairmantin, I believe. Mr. Alan Chairmantin would team, no, for just show Mumu, one resource, no. And you see, Alan Chairmantin is the biggest loser when MPP primaries is super delegates. Any the air banning, he's the biggest loser. Canada Japan is the biggest winner. This is why. Because who share the resources that is available to Baobia? How to me the pool is 629. Any resources Kakrana, Canada Japan, 1 hour, or Nutuminia 132 now. Ken won. Ken is the winner for the day. Canada Japan was the winner for the day. Because resources about Baobia one Ken Nimo half. Or Wakakra, Baonimo half. But the biggest loser, Alan Chema. You see, and Alan, and you know, Alan team no fault. Alan team no, I come to say, or he need to money. I didn't have problems with them. A bear Alan in 4 million and causing change. Charlie, you're winning team, oh, and your matra Macquarie team. Or you need to me penas and but Charlie, strategy you know for her future and they own him. A bear and Alan for 4 bits is a quablage upon me. I didn't know me about team no. A Jacomunina number what team no. This is not matra Macquarie chance. But yes, Alan has suffered under President Kufuor. Yeah, a diamond. Mafia no omo ye no ma yetia Alan from day one. From time my MPP call rally la Trade Fair Center 2016 before year to Abano. It was, I think it was the last rally. The last and the biggest rally of MPP. And when a President Kobo Alan Chemantidi said the Minister of a trade, don't know what the Amanda that was when they started to set him up. Omo man trade, omo buy, omo man trade now. Omo yes, akwa we money succeed. I said we makanya de. Achim for be kwa be di matemta me mpa achim for asem. Enya achim for asem na me kan ha. I'm talking about some real issues. Ma me for omo video no to so that you can appreciate where I'm coming from. Moto. To Bonsa. This is what I want to do. Okay? Achim for ni bi ne me kon say me mpe a first saying achim for na say no. The mafia started time omo bo Alan Dean say or ye minister na no omo kote 1D1F secretariat and omo say wo ye farm out that because why obia ko presidential election o here resources o here connections o here sika na all the aye campaign omo yi 1D1F ni free Alan hono. Not only was MPP shooting itself in the foot, but they told some more Alan say na Alan ye ma wo nya connection bi nye na we nya mfa so no mu yi ayi Alan 1D1F ni free ho. And that thing kind of crippled Alan. Baby Alan be opportunity bia to excel, to grow, to gain resources. Alan de be campaign bia omu yi free Alan ase. Consistently from 2017 MPP ba power, there has been a strategic effort say be Alan. You be dwindle Alan and no nyam ya money that chance. Baumia de oko, Baumia de different lemu. Baumia de Alan and Alan. Alan issue no is coming from omo pe Alan be kono. Where they say yes me ha me ni na meka. But my penny says lesson anadu danko Kufuor ni mubi. Why Alan didn't is get no and my penny the best friend any Dr. Free Akoto. Why is Dr. Free Akoto contesting Alan? Omo nyine fi Ashanti region. Me ye calculation all the people who took away from Alan nya 95, Akoto nya 36, Adai Nimo nya 9, Ejaku nya 9, and then the other people 43. Odi ni nyina bomwa. Alan Kwa would have gotten 162. 162. Alan would have been second after Baumia. 162. But you see, 162 no crowd there. A strategy say, yeah, bo Alan abro. Yeah, we are. Ya sama omoa Ashanti region. Omu nyina draw omu vote from one base in Ashanti region. No, ya be mo ma contest Alan. Alan need to me nyada. It's Alan there. He's fighting 2 demons. He's fighting 2 battles. Mafia no, and also fighting on one crowd for no more mafia no. Because Kwabena Japan ya Ashanti. It's Alan will base the Ashanti region better than when you more vote to Ashanti region. Look at even the voter turnout, voting party headquarters. Excel say party headquarters for Alan almost power sem. Almost power sem. Party headquarters vote to crash Alan almost power sem. And you see, Alan na ankasa so ni team no so ansam one. Number 1, who dealing with mafia, omo pesa obeko. Na fe wo so akwa nkofo a omo sheda nye dynamic. Omo sheda nye eyi ase twaba omia team. Wo friend ba omia team ahomache na do awia, they will call, they will respond, they will show up. Omo nim dada. Say economy ne niam bebre no enko ye mo. So the omo ye proactive ahead, going ahead of themselves. Now Alan, they work for team ni nyade. Me betra ha say na me kan before this super delegate conference. Me aka say with 3 months ago say Alan pamu team no. Fe Gyaso mumu wantie. So ho. If you know, say you are fighting people, you are fighting a mafia that is against you, Alan, and your team win adi omoko. Your team win adi omoko. Utim ni bebre say, sa Congress amobekwe because super delegate conference there MPs ni adi na eto. Omo there is almost obvious say they are going with the establishment. Minister say nyape baumia because bebre no nanado ba bebre no man said I enjoy bebre. It's a lot of people who want to entrench themselves under baumia. It's okay. And me can same way in 2019 say MPP and fa baumia anko. Na say already any other candidate NDC for as opposition. You see, I said this thing in when 2019, and I'm can't say NDC for campaign message back home be yusu against MPP for say we can for party. It's mu yusu not necessarily mo nkobio. Now the people establishment for MPs ni ade na say that no mo yen fa ba omi anko. So it's not just about saying for pe positions, but a lot of people also feel that say they be disabuse for mind say MPP ni get too much of an account party. Na ye party e buzia dan kwa domoniti no omo fa ba omi anko. I don't have any problem because ba omi adwuma kese pa ne da nanim nye nu nie. Eti mimi hu say omo wie abato na ba omi jubilate ne yiri gina ne ncham say hey ba omi ya steady. Oh, be a party. Baumia, aha na obetu undu baby o. This economic issue yini wawa by scandals. Any unpopular nature of wawa by where you people have sent your own government to. The bigger job when say Baumia winning race he cry. I feel now be chile macha Ghana for you. Why you think we should vote for you? And you have to justify. Baumia Juma Kasiana Kasa not to the delegates. Na Juma Kasiana Kasa to the general masses never ban. Why do you think we should believe you? Ma buying a idea called Epic no. Ma buying a idea called IMF no. Ma buying an economy na bedu no. That is Baumia bigger job. And you jubilate I know the Ebeya Tonto Mon to Baumia for a new a Juma Kasia da Baumia. He has a bigger job to do now. Me say me prediction me yeah but super delegate congress na abamu no say Alan me can say Alan Gyaso waju vote cabinet Japan aju vote adanimo aju vote free akoto aju vote. The reason why free akoto is still in the Dr. Free Akoto is still in the race because of President Kufuor. One man adwuma say papa no go contest Alan yen say Alan chance. The president must Alan Chamate must sit down with his excellency President Kufuor. No, we the questions 1 or 2. Now down for pani doctor. Also free akoto. When you're 36, why are you going again? You are nowhere near the first 2 or 3. And so still also abeko abro. Yeah, cause say vote no. Yen say Alan vote. Where the ama me sign the guy said Donald Trump. Yes, say Alan vote so that you lose bigly. You will lose bigly. Yes, say Alan vote. Alan na mekan Alan. Yes, set it trap now na koto. From beginning na and kawasa umu when it down. Who could train near Mount Yadumana chain? Who could be strategic? By now, Alan of all people, why Yadumana? You must have your own team. You must have your own resources. If Alan, you cannot pool resources to fight Baumia on the same platform. And then Canada Japan. Canada Japan ban, he has been able to match a year first saying Baumia. That's what I'm saying, sir. This super delegate congress. So if you look at the resources at Canada Japan were compared to Baumia, Ken won. He won. He has shown so much promise. Baby, and I say Alan Jinano and I Canada Japan Jinano. Now, Ken or Okason Kobioka, Ken can use this to lobby for anything. But you see, this is also Oma Utilimi out there, eh? I just want to say they make a chamber Omiano. Oh, yeah, Ken. Now, Mount Utilimi out there, so when you're 132, super delegate, it's where you all call. Now, Manqualan, Dickens, you know, Dada, no saying I can. One shot trap will be able to because don't forget, as I say, with these figures, not about out, oh, your targets, that. People will use all sorts of triggers. Now, who can they do that? So, be any said you're better trigger. They said they will move for you and I me mama show down. They will trigger you. And if you're a nigga who cry on your politician, they will trigger you. Anti-style animal Amudi Kennedy that poetry. This is the time I'm going to build a wall around him. If you don't want him to be triggered, mom build the wall around him every day. Be also be man casa, obi de casa, mo pens you be sitting chain. So if you easily be triggered there, and you never triggered before. I was so tear say, baby, I won't come. What numbers now who pulling will already make you a target. It was double, triple, quadruple cautious. That is a year first a Canadian Japan homework also. Baumia homework, any the Amakano. Baumia homework, any the Amakata. There's a bigger war when him. And in yes, time when I'm a cup of champagne, I come to Nira, then about me, we knew I am there. Now more bigger, more problem can see us from. And this is what I was on my cutting group. Democratic ladies, or more bone ram territory, Ashanti region, more your party. Monty warrior party, somewhere more we need. Mundo baby, this is the time you must sit down and do proper homework. Strategy. Dear message near Coca, region way, there near Coca, region way, Sudan, and Coca, 1D1F, agenda 111. You must find answers and know about your homework. Allah so the other minute now, this is the time you work. Because see, MPs near the end of Matundo, when you'll be able to more about me, that this is a resource way. Everybody expected it. The only thing that is a surprise is Canada Japan for a lot of people. Me, I predicted it to high in a match. Canada Japan will decide the election. I said it. Canada Japan will decide this election. I said he to me delegates no at tomorrow. Primary is not about popularity because look, if nothing at all in MPP primary 2007. Now, Jogate filing is a threat to Alan Chemanti because Miminim Jogate 2007-2008, no Alan Camp. Or Alan Camp. He was one of his key campaign managers. And for Jogate to file his nomination, let's just say Alan, it's a threat to Alan already. Alan campaign no struggling kakra because now you better not have any analysis. You say it said Alan to be marketing on matter what kakra. He should be blaming his team. There was a by now Alan Pepper he came with the shredding team, no, not the Jabby Guamoto, no more because no politics is about political marketing. Ken, then I can hear go Ken. And last week, Ken said Ken is going to decide this prime minister for MPP. Canadian Japan, slow but sure. Look at where Canadian Japan is going. He is compared to a Baumia. The only negative thing now about Canadian Japan is you can be popular nationwide, but prime minister there. I was so to me delegates no at tomorrow. Prime minister is not about popularity because look, if nothing at all in MPP primary 2007, Legon, Omoko primaries. Alan Chemanti versus President Kufuor. Alan was very popular at the time. Afoko Musika Semia de Alan Cash Dionya in a free. He was so popular at the end of the day, the delegates voted for Nanado. Why? Because Omushani said Nanado a check. Alan President Kufuor is supporting the rejected President Kufuor and voted Nanado. It is now Ken Baumia is leading the MPP race. Ken Baumia is leading the MPP way. But asama mkanya that way. Now Jogate filing. But Montomobo asama mkanya that way. Ken Baumia is leading the MPP race. Minya propheto a political forecast. A political forecast. Otobo analyzing issues in here. You can tell where the election is going. And we all be this is the time you must sit down. See, they make very well. My MPP, NDC for the NDC is strategic, and they started listening. See, NDC are democratic group no targeting Ashanti region. Omunim say a lot of Ashanti region voters now disgruntled. Ombuafu. Tombora Kakanon pass and Papa di catch on more. Promise you almost some few things. A strategic. A you soon comfort to say Kuma would 40 level and no idea. Even if Omo could not cross independent, but in the shadows, no more yet mama NDC. That's NDC is working. More food soldiers are Monte strategies and more cautions on Amanda. Monte strategies. But NDC is working. Sinamika said, Baumia, this is the time I will do my double level never back. And yes, I've been now to powder. Yes, I've been now to powder because Obianim that are going into this Congress about Baumia is the favorite. Everybody knows Baumia is the favorite. The analysis is there. What I said, the establishment support him. But also because Baumia Nakasaso as a person has also worked on himself. Don't dismiss it. You cannot dispute the fact that over the last 8 years and even before then, Baumia Nakasa as a person has worked on himself. He's invested in himself in politics. The guy has tutored himself. He has marketed himself. Look, in terms of politics, political analysis, campaign, strategy. Why are there 2016 MPP for back? A lot of the issues were to be bought against NDC. It was because of Baumia too. Baumia Suka. And to Baumia Nyadia no Nyadia, fine, you can look at it whatever you want to look at it. But in all the Baumia compare Alan. Why no one marketing when Baumia has marketed himself more than Alan? Alan problem maybe no. It told himself only mafia for delay against you. I think for a boy, you got the nominee at the end of power sem. Alan, almost feel papa. Unim where then you always said that you're sing dada. Then you also mafia back. When they want to know man about me, I'm marketing home. It is by 2015, 2019, I made analysis. Baumia had almost become like the obvious choice. And by research, all the Center for Social Policy Research, Baumia had marketed himself. He had become the most popular politician at the time. Oh, I thought I knew but also how you position yourself. It's coupled with 1D1 if I do about me, Alan. Ye 1D1 if a few what they are coming gift or any credit. Everybody knows Alan Oti trade and industry. I say, I tell you, be in Ghana, but they gave it to gift or any credit. Diabo to sabotage you. You know it. But to write to the fact that Alan boys and say no money in George Anda, ye George Anda, the Naka assassin radio. Ya man Juma by force. Hey, Gabi, Gabi, you can't take away the fact that Brown also is strategic, diabolical strategic. Why a diabolical mood strategic? Why ye under Aquamano assassin radio, Juma? Alan, hey, oh, Alan, a Juma Kakrana or Nito crying or 1D1 as consultant. Yeah, ma for your resources. No be a babeboa. Ya boabia someone then ya boabia someone again. Ya boabia someone akasaswa de no akwakoto trap mu. Cause ya boabia someone so buy as general secretary in the Juma and said a director of communication and said people will trap you and you fall into the trap. No man ya kakapeg. A cow pom, there's nothing you can do. It's the mafia is one more jubilee, no mafia, make sure. The mafia is jubilee for no mafia alano. The winners is a year first a Canadian Japan. Baumia will be able to say you or Namni baby. Or Namni baby, and about Baumia one. No, if you say that who do politics, you know, you did expect Baumia to get this. Now, who am one? But see, the Baumia, they are sabotaging Alan in his own backyard. But we knew Ashanti region. Alan Nakasa own backyard, Baumia winning. And you see, I know there. And I'm a catcher on said the reason why modern comfort is Akoto, Dr. Free Akoto planting for food and jobs. 36 it was Dr. Free Akoto competition no konina, but Alan any target to. Yes, say Alan chance. Say I was say Alan or your sharper, obey me. On food on a Jaconco Casa. On the other Monco Casa. On a Quabre Japon Casa, especially Quabre Japon in terms of strategy, say, on my Quabre Japon, one campaign team, no. At the end, money at the end, and one so only on many negotiating. There is no way you can fight among yourself. A house divided. Now, it's the Ambra issues, no so. Where Gyaso you made okay, 101.7 FM. You're from a Vim Lady Afia Pokua'S. This is my own analysis. Now my NDC for the Amamo. How NDC is targeting Ashanti region, 20% in Ashanti region, girls group, yeah, or Markwakoti, democratic women. MPP for virus. Then they started way in MPP. Omuti loyal ladies, and it went for them. And Omuti another one be from P4C. It worked for them. It was one of the reasons why MPP for increase your margin. A 2016 election, NDC has adopted the same thing. This time they are targeting Ashanti region. Lewin, you are co-opting in Nasa Lewin, independent, Nina NDC strategy. Omo Bemba, Nina for 2020. It will be no about Pada and I'm catching about me and Adaka. More Canada Japan. This is not the time I'm about Pada. Munim come for Pada. NDC now started a Jumano. On what dick kind because of opposition, we did our time. With this kind of strategy. By the time when you bounce, I'm over Kumunta and talk, I feel Obi Obisiana, and I am a Sikana, Hopsi and Samo Kokai, I am a Sikani. These are all unnecessary distractions. If you want to give us a good contest in 2024, I'm a much as a more the Ghana Bessie, I'm a much Ghana year. This is not the time. Muko to Pada. Nonsense, Muko to Pada. adwuma kase da manum mu kwa kotu pada na hope si wo kasa asem we na kasa NDC for omo so ma fa pen na mo tro no wo de September NDC ye ne picketing no mo ye ne Bank of Ghana on be track am IMF sika na ba me de akode write it and add it. It won't ma one kasa unko for no Afena party was member from a disciplinary committee. You should have sat them with all the team members before you went to the Congress. Some of you are dirty campaign. Cause more among some of the back to the NDC, ebe yusu, from there winning comfortably. Cause NDC any break. What's in opposition 8 years? As I say, 8 years in opposition. They want to come to power and they are not joking. NDC is serious. Strategy in NDC are starting. Also so market time. And I'm more than 1 million CS mu them. And I'm more near market. Scandals near the affair and I'm scandal like an beba. Meanwhile, why agenda one munyan deliver you. Any near Akana Munya you. Economy now some fix Munya fix you. Inflation of 43%. Move to powder. Move to powder. Bring inflation of 43%. Who we now who we need candidates in India. Their message now become. Say Canada Japan your pompo Canada Japan or your MPP ni. Say Canada Japan ko win the prime minister say you have to deal with IMF issues, you know. You have to answer the question of inflation and 43%. You have to answer the issues of why your government has failed. You have to answer it. See, I'm quite other issues. So near any I said I bet me I can't even Mini Abema Kofitonto. Friends say Okasama Dr. Mamudu Baumia. Omo bo powder no. Omo tushire. Omani aje so omo wini eba. Kingsley Elike Morte so Ekasama Yera John Mahama ono so market time on the fence. Ono so I gidi obo 20% strategy to come back and take over the reins of power. Elikem, good evening. Tonto, good evening.
Good evening. We are working.
Adumarakwa. Kingsley also on here. Where do my microphone Kingsley? So microphone, mommy. Yeah, first I told you, how are you guys feeling? Baumiamo camp. Money at you
if you are a pronouncement and analysis are we any propaganda and we
propaganda by
somehow can you hear? Say will be Mafia Alan as I'm now okay. One mafia.
Now more Mafia Alan.
One mafia Alan. Say now 2017 yeah Mafia Alan. I feel somehow okay. We
now more Mafia no tonto more Mafia Alan. More Mafia Alan.
How? That you see, if you are the attempt to water down the effort of Baumiano.
Obia, me can say you can't take away the fact that Baumiano so has worked on himself, but I'm saying that Mafia Alan.
No, you if you why can say time our president before time not Alan. The establishment was for him, no crap. The system says Ekufuado no pen. MPP is not a party where any system can dictate for them. MPP is not, I don't know if he said MPP is the party where MPs, sorry, Tia Ekufuado. What are we talking about?
And of course, but are you saying that just because of that, are you denying that there is no agenda to Mafia Alan?
Where is the agenda? Where is the agenda? Said 2017, Obiaye trade minister. Obiaye, your friend is saying, a board member. Obiaye, a Greek minister. Obiaye, your friend is saying, vice president. What's your mafia? Obi Jogati, Ebeye, railway minister. So your mafia Obiaye self for Allah.
That's how Alan there. His position was already stated before you came to power.
If you are making something, what do you me? I mean, what this uncle Mira Baumia started poaching some of us. And Mira Baumia started poaching some of us. Busa who said, and then as Baumia Sabi will be our own free Asante region. Et me Baba winning Asante region 80%. Sabi who is Asante who fi Jacobu who fi say Asante for ye Obia you can easily.
Oh, that's it. But I know there were so many interpretations. Don't you? Many when you say I Baumia Ofia Asante region, but by extension Ofia Asante region. Esremufo by extension, omu yo tumfo mba, omu ya asantefo. If you can ba omi a ofri also free ho.
We near by extension asem.
Oh, oh, that one thing that bomba for the water some ya asantefo da. One thing that bomba for some yo tumfo na.
Na ba omi a man pussy. Baumia man pussy.
And I mean, oh, you see, but I didn't deny the fact that Baumia has worked on himself over the years. He has marketed himself. That's a mistake here, no. Say he's marketed himself. But it also doesn't change the fact that man mafia Alan. What they were talking about.
Obia ni wa mafia obia. Who can say me? My mention one say as this. Show me to say Kwabna for appear virus. At loyal ladies 2015 14, 15. 2016, Anna Samira. Make us match Samira. Esther T, yes, one loyal ladies, 2016. So, automatically, by 2017, that virus, VIP, they become like brothers. They made sure to say somebody strategically courted and built relationships. Strategically. He didn't know what the future held for him.
Okay.
But Obuabuan who see.
Why ask him now? Okay, Baumia dear.
Baumia said, "I make. I know
what you say. I know they are Obuabuan. 2012 Krano Obuabuan. I know.
Exactly.
Election petition crowd or taking center. But I'm saying, say part of the strategy to market Baumia, even election petition to use Baumia as a witness to give him all the information. I am mafia. I am marketing mafia. What person bad admit is how about me account? It's not bad. I am marketing mafia.
This is na IT officer. I don't bet me my percentages.
Kofi, how are you?
And I'm pleased who mafia I make there was an mafia Alan. You not see that too.
No, you know, if Kofi will not allow you to pour sand in their garri. So they want, you see, they want to celebrate this and celebrate. And again, you see, but let us understand, say, I mean, this was expected for me and for many of us, you know, the results, depend on what, it is a win, but it's a disappointed win. Because you see, if 30% plus people are rejecting the vice president that they are working with, again, that is not too exciting. But allow them to enjoy this, allow Baumia to celebrate this. No matter what you do, you see, and Kofi, sometimes the perception, politics is guided by a lot of perceptions, and you know, someone has a right to be able to say, based on this, because you see, if you see the fact that Alan was a minister under President Kufuor, and then under Akufo-Addo, you expect something more. You know, and you expect something more solid, like that would have catapulted him to a different level. And you know, the fact that that did not happen, no, somebody could say, well, Akufo-Addo that is where he wanted him. Another person can also say, oh, well, Charlie, this is clearly, they were putting you in a corner where you couldn't move much and you couldn't really have access to resources. And the fact that even that people who are working with him are being employed by even at the last minute, being employed by some radio stations and things.
Radio.
Yeah, people have a right to speculate into some of these things. So,
who was working with Alan?
Under George
Anda. Anda was at communication.
Yeah, he was dumped. He was dropped before by the second term. No, he's dropped. He's been dropped.
But didn't Anda encounter an issue on the basis of which free communication minister? I don't recall Anda going to trade. Anda called trade.
No. I'm talking about his campaign. His campaign. And then another thing, for example, another one.
Who can say Anda your campaign ma Alan?
Yes.
And I will say Yaman a Juma Sene Bear on your Juma ma Alan.
Again, I'm coming, Kofi. Let me show another one. For example, the Honorable John Peter Mewu, we all know, sir, in the first leg, He was energy minister. He was then mines. But once his decision to support Alan was entrenched, then quickly he's been put to railway, where we all know say Ghana.
And you are saying, say, I'm a so supporting Alan if you are.
I mean, obviously, there is nothing to that. We can't hide this matter. Amewu has been a darling boy of Nana Addo Dankwa, and so he came. But the beginning, he was, mines, and we all know what is in mines.
He was working. He was working.
Then energy, and then the guy was having access to all of this solar powered light, and then again the guy took a supervised Keteke. And Keteke dear, sorry. One of
the sabotaging.
When was the last time you heard about him? When was
the last time he was airport? That's it.
Yeah, he's now a minister and an MP. And when he was even just a minister, we saw his might, we saw his movement, we saw things he was doing. But now, Charlie, we have only one railway line. It doesn't even go far. It doesn't even go across the country. And then they are giving you a minister for that railway line. Oh, sister, will you prefer that over mines or energy?
Yes, but that is very interesting to me, sir. But because me what baby said, Alan Crow, which is Amewu as a running mate. So yeah,
indeed. And so you put him in a corner where he cannot have access to the people. Look, if you are in energy, you are in mines. The people you are dealing with, the number of people you are dealing with. How many people is he dealing with right now? Maybe if you are lucky, it's the railway workers who are going on demonstration that you have to deal with. But when you are like Charlie, energy, ECG, Greco, the people of VRA, the people under you, the people you are managing, the resources you are managing, your budget, it has nothing. Even the education ministry makes it have more huge budget than railway ministry. And if the perception is there, say everybody who has lifted up his hand or his head to support Alan, they were hit quickly to whip back into line or moved in a corner. That perception has merits, and you cannot say.
You have to respond to that because the memo on because they are okay. I want to ask you about by extension whether Naposo was favored, because I've also heard names like Naposo or running mate to Baumia, and that they are grooming him, they are preparing him into energy just to put him in a comfortable position, comfortably resourced, so that he can partner Baumia. But don't respond to the Elikem Kingsley can say, or and no, the body be no cano. Say, who say, Amewu. Ebe partner, obe supporting Alan one. Obe to me possible, obe supporting as running mates. No, nam de na kwa share in some ampomi. Say so in some ampom and some amphone and Nadia na railway on railway is one pet.
You see, Afia, the attorney said, may this analysis be for us, for Baumia. You were a Juma strong coin, a diary. Adwuma na ɛda yɛ nim ne sɛ yɛbɛkɔ asi ahenefoɔ no hɔ na yɛne wɔn akɔdi nkɔmmɔ ne akyerɛ wɔn di nti a Baumia sɛ fata sɛ ɔbɛyɛ kandifoɔ ama party deɛ si memene da ɛyɛ asi ahene mpanyinfoɔ a wɔn gye tu mu sɛ yɛn party wei mu sɛ woyɛ adwumaden wotu ho kyɛ wode ho bɔ afɔreɛ na we ye niema we ni nipa nyina timi ye adwuma bom emfa ho ni ba bia nipa ni free ene esum a wo free mu a party no ebe reward me eti hay me yesu konoma ena me di me hu awura manesem me kiro de enti a me di ma wo echi su konoma me di me hu awura politics mo wa fi ade ni hia wo nyane unnim political trajectory Ebeye din beye nwanwa se enei yen party mu ohawo a ye komu economics anami ginam we anami ginam defending this party sabe me nya presidential staffer ya mami car ya mami petrol ya mami salary nanso me ye adwuma ma party no
that's how me ba o position
me ba na emre bi ebeba Near catch them and say Kofiton to 1992. Yeah, true party in Krata now.
Okay.
1992 a yɛgyegye deals now ni. If we want a party for the future, ɛyɛ sɛ yɛ party a dabunu a ɔte hɔ ɛnɛ ebehunu sɛ sɛ mede me ho dɔn saa party a me nso me wɔ daakye. The point is that message bɛn na wotɔn ma esi ahenfo.
Okay.
If you obi wɔ hɔ a wɔdi party na akyi akyɛ since UP days, since 1992. But ɔno no wahu ne bɔbrɛ wɔ party no nti ɛnyɛ ɔno no hyɛbrɛ na ɔhwehwɛ bio. Ɛyɛ ne ba ne nana council bi hyɛbrɛ. Enti saa nipa no bɛka kyerɛ ne sɛ enduru ne so a enduru obi so a kosa na obusa ne ho sɛ na nea me nana no me ba no da bɛn na beduru ne so.
Exactly.
So let's not take these things for granted. Me makɔ Ghana fa na nyina me ne bawumia me nso yasoma me ama makɔ. Apart from that, makɔtena Kumasi the last 2 weeks year campaign. Okay, busa ho sɛ wɔn mo a ɔmo kasa ma ba adadafo ɔmo ho sɛn ɛna that kind of grassroots work.
Okay. Mete what ba
panyinfoɔ bi ntimi frɛ me Kofi yɛ hawni yɛwie ya no ma fa phone na ma frɛ panyin we say yɛwie this level no wie. If you met me aka say the next level a yɛkum no yɛnim de hia delegate for.
Okay.
Enti Bawumia no ne yere Samira any team na yɛyɛ support no yɛdwuma da yɛnim the next 60 days ne say ade a ehia esi ahenefo yɛntimi nyɛ ne nyina mpo ade a ne yɛde gugu akwan mu ama ɔmanya gidie wɔ yɛmu sɛ yɛbɛyɛ.
Okay. Nti wo pa che say your message ne strategy and asem a mo here on ground. Okay.
Exactly, because you see till you can't call first round. You call first round. You need feedback. It too much papa message or the call. Who can send me? Who's ahead then about me and never me team country? Feedback I know. Say we want to feel him. And papa no 1 hour 15 minutes baby obekobia non-stop tree baby wo ho a o sheda bube kan be ni ade nyina wo ofi say kwa
ni na strategy
just anya say ye defend obi o. We want the people to understand say this is a man who has heard your concerns and is willing to work with you.
Okay.
Enti wo de if you are so pa dako pemre ne tie Bawumia message hwe ye call baby bebre enkofo bebre ka say oh Alan de sese kra de ye hye da hu ni bio Kennedy
moko Canada sa na mote.
Yes, of course. Ne titi de si ye no ankofo ka anya nwanwa ma obi awo. Know everything. We knew that Kennedy would surpass Alan. We knew it about 2 months, 3 months ago. So we gather the feedback and we work on it. It will be a better say establishment piano. Nani pano when name your work can say so what from wow establishment no crowd work against us. Mama chiro. Meme kwa. The first thing I'm gonna say, akufisa mo de mo wa bemu. Papa no mon kan kyerɛ no mini ayen so ye hia bibi o ye ba ye nya ahwe enipa bebre ntwe o ma dwene nko the other coin
incumbency disadvantage.
Yes. Ye nya ahwe obi ntimi ka kyerɛ me Konkransa South omo ka kyerɛ sɛ Kofi ye mo nya ya kwan man ti mon kan kyerɛ Bawumia sɛ o meye ya kwan enya sa aba ne yento. Why bio na be Konkransa South e be ka sa asem na kyerɛ. Why bio na be Konkransa South e be ka kyerɛ ne sɛ me manya adwuma me manya national service me manya say apathy na aba party no no. Why the best of apathy no sine Bawumia. So when you talk about incumbency, you can talk about one side of incumbency. But what you don't know is there is a major disconnect between the grassroots and the incumbency. So that disconnect, is going highly against Bawumia. So what does that mean? It means that you have to work. Tina make incumbency agreement, establishment agreement, and I am to be honest. Because I often say one of Bawumia's biggest Achilles heels is actually the incumbency. Who can say me? Who say 2024? What is the message? Why are you asking that question? It is because of the incumbency.
Exactly. And that is so.
Yes.
That
so
is true.
I'm telling you that the idea of incumbency now, people are abusing it. You know? They are not taking time to assess the negatives of the incumbency.
Okay.
The negatives far away because if you are Yamao car, Yamao Sika. Now say nipa na woni ni kodi nkomo no ni bu afuwa. What is the car? What is the Sika? Message now what they call. Say ne kan dina. Asam ne yo na enfa no Sika wo ne V8 So I am saying.
But are you saying that you were not, apart from the Kenya, which we all acknowledge, Kingsley Crowd acknowledge, say omo kramu jaba omi omo nim so omo kramu no omo so omo chamber omi because omo no do sia omo de be mema na ba and also, but then they also acknowledge say he has come far. He has really come far. But are you saying apart from say what come far no, who deny say when you are not more resource than the other candidates are now?
Okay, mama, answer that question. Me that conveni. Ya wo me to me that asafo. Asafo na ya wo me to me. Me maame ene me nuanom na mo ya kwanhwefo na ya wo me to. It me ye Adventist by default. What you say? Bawumia is an incumbency by default because of adie bia esabia wo tu ye na de na kosi ba bia wo ene osi no.
By default, it's not a decision deliberately taken to obey an animate.
No, me you should default.
And having enjoyed the benefit of being a vice president, he cannot.
Mami, me you should the word default in context. Say, adia no ye betimi aka say ya adia bia baby a wote no na abeto no. Sa keke na me say.
Okay.
Context. Yeah, the literal meaning of default.
Okay.
Enti ni baby a wote e na ade na ne abeto no. Ade na beto no, naturally there are benefits that come with it because of your vice president.
Okay.
For example, Emra President Kufuor for re-election. Emra President Rawlings echo for re-election. Emra President Mahama echo for re-election. Emra President Akufo-Addo echo for re-election. Now, omunyina wo incumbency advantage in terms of resources. And of course, Bawumia naturally by baby awotino, ube was an incumbency advantage. Kosana toss to be only say Ghana yen that incumbency advantage.
Yeah, that's so.
Yen abuse of that incumbency. That's what you say, Mudaho. Yen that incumbency advantage. It's abuse of the incumbency. Because and I know say Bawumia then on to me Bawumia to me sorry say me yare na me ameko baby no Bawumia to me sorry no panka say me kwatafo me amiko to me car no ya bina said yes so den o man car no sa bon ho ban. So these benefits will naturally accrue.
Okay.
Bawumia no ye ne say edien na me ya sa benefit na natural by default me abusing.
Okay.
Enti the oye say instead say me di V8 20 beko no me the one bus e beko.
Enti mo ko rounds na mo the buses na nam.
Na bia ye ko bia the bus me if you me di akire no me ti mini bus na fa nipa say animu
e wo 6 seater no. Mini one no.
Mini one. I don't know me.
Ana one hwan na tie anu mu no. Hello Tonto. Hello.
Me say I don't know me team. I don't know me team am di actually. Now you can imagine the discomfort And Sana, some of the Toyota Hilux trucks, hard body trucks, security for no at the account. Now you're mini buses.
Okay.
But by power of where he sits, Uncle Betinia Casa, Mummy V8, bear 5 or 6 or 10. I said, no, look, Yako, baby, I could dry a coda. I said, wait, my main camp. Yawo penny beer, me money because a beer, me him how be taken. He's one of the most resourceful people in this country. Or Camp Baumia team. Now, your corner region to make sure, say, young mocha bebrino, Papa Nika said, Obefa, yeah, accommodation, you know. And what we were doing is here, the bus, you know, you better 2 hours, 3 hours away. Near Sabah, the hotel.
I said, I'm going to be before from. Okay.
Said the buyer, I'm going to be before from. For 1 week, you know, you call. Now you be 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Near various constituencies. Near Sabah, and today, and say, yes, she shall constituencies need free actually. Yes, sorry, I'm not paying. You call the last constituency.
And I'm not working away all the way to front. Okay. Very well. Very well.
So this is example of a deliberate strategy not to abuse incumbency.
Okay. Yati, but Elikem, why do I don't know more train more I don't know resource Ken Baumia Alan. Momo de Osia, but who of them do you prefer some Mahama Befesi? So microphone, what do you know? So microphone.
Yeah, dear. Okay, but let me go straight and then let me debunk one of the things my brother said. Of a fact, dear, Baumia is what we want because that is the easiest to beat. But more important, and unfortunately, even though we are doing Ghana politics, we need to be careful the things that we say. But I can tell you, sir, for us, at least for me, Baumia is fair game, is level playing field for us, and it will be great for us. It's better. But you see, let me, Kofi, I don't think, sir, the bus Baumia is moving around with was supposed to solve a problem. What video that came in to us, where there was a bunch of pickups, Baumia branded pickups. That
nobody fee have or best.
And so people started talking about opulence and so much money being spent, and people calculated how much the cost of that pickup branding was, and multiplied by the number of constituencies. And in a quick attempt to try to say, oh, Debbie, I'm not really using a lot of money, he quickly ordered a bus and started using a bus. For God's sake, you cannot buy those pickups and be talking about cars here. You cannot. You see, when somebody, like we say in Ewe, when you go to the shore and you want to go and catch fish, you try to put the small one into the people around. You put the small one in your hand, and while they are looking at the small one, they are focusing on it. Then you can catch the big one and take it away for yourself. So that is a gimmick. And again, when that Baumia jumped quickly to do that, I applauded it because that was a fastest way to kill that problem. Because the amount of money that went into those pickups, none of the candidates have shown that yet.
Okay.
None. Okay. So to cure that very quickly, Baumia have to do something like what he's doing. And again, please, even though the bus was with them, they were still moving with a lot of cars. It wasn't just one bus. Like the way
how many cars that who's about how many cars?
Oh, I mean, even with the bus, they still had a lot of cars behind them. They still had a lot of, and again, one of the things being that, just like Kofi said, he's the vice president. So, for example, like the police people were following him, the ambulances were following him. There was a lot of cars that were following him.
But
so it is okay. I'm not saying. I'm saying that. Look, why are we saying? Are we here going to sit here right now and pretend that if in a very unlikely event that in the next 1,000 years Baumia becomes president of Ghana, you think Baumia is going to use a bus as a president? Why? What did Akufo-Addo not tell us?
Oh, okay. It's just a hypocrisy.
But why must he use a bus as a president?
But vice president, so why is he using the bus?
Exactly, fantastic.
There is a reason why. Sometimes I can't want to. Bawumia is not using a bus for official duties. Bawumia is using a bus for political duties. And I mean,
pick up somewhere.
First of all, Entrona Kingsley Trap.
Oh.
There were 6 pickups. 6 branded
pickups. There
were 6. I work for the campaign. You can go and search for the pickups again. There were 6. No. Maybe. There were 6.
So, which one is it? I didn't mention a number.
3 on each trailer. Afia me. I am part of the communications and branding team.
So you can manage them for
designing. I was part of it.
Okay.
The decision was that. So to avoid Sikasamna Yadisika Breo Bina Seno, we did templates. And Yadima Kwame say Obia Yadipano, Yadima say Obia episode of war campaign now. There was standard. So t-shirts, these are the standards for t-shirts. You send
Tonto cars no way. That was the question. Cars no way.
Mitchell said there are 6 cars that we sent to various
and where are the cars? Where are the cars now?
So they are doing their job in the various constituencies.
And you were cars in the convoy.
No. You can even check.
That was my question.
I have videos for you. You can check. None of the pickups follow us because they are branded Bawumia pickups. They are not meant for Bawumia's we say convoy. No.
What were they meant for?
Part of it. They were meant for constituency work.
So 275 of them.
Please. There were 6 trucks, not 275.
I'm asking questions.
And I'm saying 6. Who 6? And I will assume he said because one who says in the year 275. I don't know why assume he said year 200.
No.
I don't know why assume he said year 250.
The American say Bawumia used the bus to kill that
275 pickups. Have you seen 275 pickups?
I didn't mention 275. I didn't mention 275. You said constituencies, and I said we have 275 of them.
No, who say you told many pickups. How many pickups now?
More than one is many, and I feel me.
More than one, not many. Were you talking about more than one?
I said,
propaganda.
But no. But Kofi, again, I'm saying that, and again, I remember very clearly. The first place the bus went to was the EP Church, whatever the one that Bawumia visited. That was the first place that they appeared with the bus. And again, when I saw that, I was like, oh, that was a nice bus. The bus that when the first time he came out.
NPP bus, no, they call EP Church.
Yes, it was a EP Church.
No. I don't know what you're talking about. The bus is used for campaign. What are you talking about?
I am saying that was so. It wasn't. Bawumia never planned to use a bus. He clearly had a plan.
That was an afterthought.
It was an afterthought.
But what the point? No, I say, you are only using the bus because tonto. What say? Mo use bus only because mo pick up some headlines now called viral. Just to silence people.
And I make sure say me will meet in a say. And I decided months ago say, Your Excellency. First of all, I make sure I didn't see this. What can I say, maybe? Now me new din ko na akas na ada na papa yi da nkofo start your campaign on start and I make catch say because he is being mindful of the economic situations.
Okay.
And to all shese niama betimi a settle down kakra. Not perfect krana and niama settle down kakra. But come back nkofo no na nkofo start your campaign. What is Bawumia doing? Sometimes ninina. Part of the discussion was that he felt that no, team, let's tone it down. Let's at least try and bring Enyema down for Ghanaians, so that because of baby SME campaign, but Enyema from Kakra will be sensitive to respect their sensibilities. And it's a discussion, and the bar say aside from delaying the process, what else do we have to do? So the discussion was that then, Mr. Vice President, let's make sure you don't run a campaign that appears as a profligate campaign.
Okay, fine.
So we start discussing ideas on
Okay.
what to do. So
Okay, yeah.
easily,
So you agreed. No, you agreed. So you went to
a haphazard group of people. We took a
Mobile
decision
movie from there.
long
Mobile
time
movie from
ago.
there.
I agree. So I'm saying, sir, if you 1 second, I'm saying that you went round to came to agree, sir. You guys advised him that you don't want him to run a campaign that was profligate. And again, because that was the time that we were dealing with the issues of IMF, and then we saw pickups on the trailer. And the people were like, right.
No.
So in order not to do profligate
you are creating
campaign,
your own
you
narrative.
went to Barabas. So I'm saying that it was to cure it.
You are creating. Who was somehow kind of say? Pick up nearby, say me a big quick.
Indeed.
I'm saying no.
Yeah.
The buses
Okay.
have nothing to do with pick up.
Okay, Tondo. Oh yeah. Let's discard that issue and move to the point. And now, say, Baumia is the cheapest candidate for them because Onima Hamma a good playing field. They have a lot of
it's a level playing field.
those.
It's a level playing field.
Okay. And then the problem is it.
No, I don't
He will
know.
be easier to beat than even Alan. Because only Alan will say
How
the
will
to
be
say
easier
Baumia.
to beat her? Any problem?
Fantastic.
Yeah. You see, if we understand the task ahead for us. And on the basis of it, we are being systematic in our approach. Yenim questions are gonna for people say. Yenim kwanya yebe answer questions honestly and diligently.
Okay.
Enti, so what will say? We don't know the challenges confronting us. Pasa, ube do doc no kwa.
Okay.
And untina, and call for even within internal campaign. And yet, economy as I know, if you're not external kwana bebao. Even
internally, delegates mukwa ebi mubusama about economic issues.
Me, I'm one of the speakers. When we go to the delegates, we bring it up. We discuss it with them.
That's smart. I mean, that's
And I make a choice. Say, "Obi to honor na adwene ne say." If you mean now, me team no ye communicators na come here die. Now we are reading 24/7.
Okay. Anya hwe adwuma ba mo na mba didi nti nya hwe mo read 24/7 so am deserve.
Adwuma ba na ba e be didi.
You cannot sleep. Na pesa say na mo be ye adwuma. Mo ye adwuma kan pesa mo koda. Na mo you have to put in the work. Put in the work. So you are doing it for something. Put in the work. But yembra other candidates so Eli can say someone now can say the results you were expecting it. Canada Japan show did you expect it like that?
Absolutely. Again, let me explain. Mind you, Canada Japan has in the past supported a lot of MPs. Even this current MPs, Canada Japan supported a lot of them personally with his money. And you see, Kofi mentioned something quickly earlier when I was saying, another way government we are, and something like that, that the MPs stood up against them. What happened? They shut them down quickly. Sit down. That was what happened. What the MPs demanded for, and what Nanado even promised them, was that delivered if here? What was the MPs asking for? The resignation of
Ken Operata.
What did Nanado promise? You let us go into IMF and then he will go. Did he go? So these MPs have no voice in this government. They cannot speak. So let us not pretend that they had a voice. They never had a voice. They attempted to, like what happened to the guy who just fell out in a plane in Russia. You attempted something, you spoke against Putin, and fantastically you dropped. So when things like that happen, don't say, oh, they had a voice, he was able to speak against Putin. What happened to him? So no, not at all. So these were government appointees. Now ask yourself, Afia, anybody who voted against Baumia in this special delegate election, what does that mean? It means I, the person voting, and the person Baumia, we are all failing. That is
How?
This majority, this is majority appointees. appointees and constituency executive chairman, the regional chairman. You are all part of this machinery. I mean, in our Ghana politics, you know.
It doesn't mean so they can't disagree with Abino.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, say, well, if you vote against Baumia, it means that you know, say we are failing. And you know, we need somebody else to come and go with that.
And the analysis now,
Coffee me back. So for me, I expected say Baumia should leave. And again, with their own team. They were saying that
when your coalition, IT coalition assignment now.
If you see, because of Kofi, I didn't want to come because he's my brother, and I am trying hard. Like, right? We didn't have to do this here, but indeed, there are some few of them very good people. Collins as well, very amazing guys with me. So, Collins Diama. Now, with this election, look, I will applaud if Baumia gets 60% in November 4th election.
Hey.
I promise you that.
That's an onya 60 crowd.
I said I will applaud. I didn't say onya. I said I will applaud. And especially in the regions that my brother was boasting of. That's something region. The Eastern region, the Central region. If he should get the same kind of percentages that he got in this election, we should have. Why? Haven't we seen even, and that is the funny thing about the people calling now trying to grow boss. Haven't you seen regional chairman holding microphone in front of the vice president, said, how many percent are we giving him? 100%. How many percent are we giving him? Like, you are stripped into line. So, 100%. He didn't get 100% anyway. And so, for us,
if you think that the facts about me 100% it were failing.
Well, that was a promise. What did Woodby promise him? 100%.
That's what to mean control be arguing. Is that also not an indication that the party at least is being very democratic? Say, despite the Omunina popular cause, people use their own, understanding to decide for themselves the choice they want for the party. And I'm not talking to say from President Kufuor time crown. And Mekai to 2005 and a MPP Congress Legon. The party said openly they were attacking President Kufuor. Hey, Unipani and Peno. So is MPP not being consistently MPP say?
No, you see, the MPP party has been a party that draws on a lot of loyalty and somebody who have lived. Again, see, the reason why I didn't think that Alan would show up was, for me, the dangerous thing that he did was it 2008 when he resigned from the MPP?
Yeah, no, that was before 2008. Yeah, before 2008 when he resigned.
Okay, yeah. You see, when you do that in Ghana, it becomes very, very, very difficult for us to survive, for you to survive. And remember, was it 1997 or so? Was it one of, I've forgotten his name, the guy who said, Honorable Speaker, I will just cross carpet, and took his bag, and I said, no, not that fast. You have to go for by-election. And I've forgotten his name. Well, he had a popular name, and that was the end of him in Ghana politics. You see, and many people, John Ndebugri and co, when you flirt here and here, when you do some of those things.
But do you have evidence that Alan was flirting? Because as far as I know,
he didn't flirt. I'm saying that, no, by flirt, I mean non-member of the MPP and a member of the MPP. You can't be lukewarm. You cannot be lukewarm.
And the Alan results no when because of that 2007 resignation or
yes. Oh, wow. For me, that was why I expected that Kennedy Japan will beat him. That was the reason. Yes. Now, in going into November 4th, what may work well for Alan, maybe if he is lucky enough, if he was able to put machine in place enough, that at least some of the old folks that have been there for a long time are still executives. But if you didn't put some of those machines in place, then it will be difficult for him. Otherwise, he will do a good showing. Kennedy Japan is the grassroots person. He just has to stay on his message. The thing about Kennedy Japan is that, look, the people want him, but the people don't trust his mouth.
I like that. They want him, but they don't trust his mouth.
No, you see, we cannot. If let's put jokes aside, there is no MPP person who genuinely want to have a president who can cut by the way and mention things and on radio and TV like that. We are Ghanaians, so we are Ghanaians.
That's okay. No, kick us as a macho. Do you think people have been forgiving?
You think we have forgotten? Do you think that people have forgotten? No, you see, the fact that your mouth cannot be trusted. It will go with him everywhere. So again, Ken cannot be the candidate for the most part. Alan, he has committed suicide before. He has flip-flopped. It's not going to happen. At least for Baumia, no matter how short a time he has been in the ABP, he has been consistent. He has printed the message. Even when the message is so hard to deliver, he still delivered it. He still stood by that. Again, the same thing that is what affected the likes of Comrade Japan. Amazing guy. But when you come and you hit our party like that, the MPP party, that is the mindset of the people. And you are saying all of this is about us. Hey, brah, adeng. So for them, this is an internal thing. Come and tell us what you are able to do. Come and tell us what you can do. But when you go with those messages, if you think about it carefully, a great minister beating Joe Gatti, beating Comrade Japan. And again, I understand.
I was shocked though. That's why my analysis of it, I thought that he was being sponsored by the establishment.
No.
Establishment, no sponsor, no.
No, you see, again, those are your points, and you are entitled to it. But I'm saying that the MPP people who have voted, these are the elite of the MPP. They voted. And they know who this guy is. They've seen him on TV. They've seen him say things like, I want to be the president of Ghana so that I can be flag bearer of the MPP. Like,
and they still voted for him.
They're fantastic. So for this guy to beat Joe Gatti, Joe Gatti of all people, to beat Pokua'S Gyaso, to beat Comrade Japan, to beat these guys, that was the biggest shocker for me.
Okay.
And so
do you think Akoto be different from the because I think Akoto Kasaba Akosani interview no coin backfire one Kasabio. And then he decided to go down to the grassroots. Okoye interview of FM. I want to be a flag bearer. No. And Okoye decided to be ground Do you think grounds than Alan Nomne? Who are doing more media.
Just look at the data. When you look at the data, you'll understand why Akoto got more. Now, Akoto got 36 at headquarters, where the MPs voted.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, the leadership
executive,
of the party,
executives
near diaspora to about. Akoto got only 2.
Yeah.
It should tell you, sir, Omuanka quote unquote, Omobaya for establishment were not for Akoto.
Okay.
Now, how did Akoto get one? Remember, Akoto was the Greek minister.
Yeah.
And by virtue of that, Nejumanu required him to travel across the country. And do a lot of Greek work in Tubahano. You want panimphobia or no build some kind of engagement along the way to share Akoto numbers now. Only the only candidate at every region there will need. Look at the
in fact, only my colleague back and a UCO program no every village, every
exactly.
Exactly. That's what helped him.
Yeah, so you realize that every region there no Akoto nyebi. Except for 2 regions, Northern and Savannah. But otherwise, every I think so.
Let me look for me media no.
Yeah, Northern, Savannah, and Northeast. So aside from those 3 regions in the northern sector, Upper East, unya 1. Upper West, unya 3.
Let us say the bottom line is what Juma or from
Juma no yeah will form with agricultural efforts and no and a landing. Remember fertilizer chair, seedlings. Wow, you see, that's what I was
why
telling you.
Why could Alan not do this so that he could show?
Because Alan's work as a trade minister, in my estimation, didn't travel him across the country for the grassroots work. Obeko Edimpa, the Business Resource Center na OC, a high level, no na GE.
Yeah, I catch it for.
And you say Alan was probably missing in that. So in Alan's part, he needed additional effort. Because Najuma na no and grassroots didn't touch it. Not by any fault of his. But any grassroots didn't touch it.
Okay.
So Alan the Minister of Trade, only Abrofu Dili, only say. But you are not touching the grassroots.
Okay. Because when you take 1D1F secretariat outside Alan ministry, you have already taken him out of the regions. Oh, compared to Akoto,
one
D1F, what the amount give to your credit? That is a day-to-day running of the factories there. What district level? No, Alan he's in Accra.
Even unfortunately, one district, one factory. It was still at the elite level because these were people who needed to raise at least 3 million cedis Ghana or more.
Okay.
What you are saying? Because for you to do the one district, one factory, you needed to raise a certain capital.
Okay.
So Alan needed a deliberate effort.
Okay.
For example, Alan could have said from 2017, deliberately plant young people who you find foreign businesses for them.
Run it successfully.
Successfully in all the constituencies across the country. They become your grassroots connection or your grassroots magnet. And nothing I make sure say, but we have victory now by winning. So while analyzing it from here, you get it wrong.
Okay.
Why did Kennedy and Japan surpass Alan? Kennedy and Japan surpassed Alan because of the same grassroots touch.
Okay.
But even with Kennedy and Japan, onya enough touch with the grassroots like Baumia has because of his position as a vice president, because of his position as a vice presidential candidate. So he's had touch with all the grassroots. From polling station, electoral coordinator, to constituency executives, to regional executives.
Okay.
But one analysis where you get it completely wrong.
Okay, fine. Tonto.
Kennedy will do well. Don't get me wrong. Kennedy will do well because naturally he has the affinity for the grassroots. But Baumia will do better than Kennedy because Baumia has had more points, more touch hours with the grassroots.
Okay. Mami reading message in Beniamba heard this issue about Baumia Widia, whether he's willing to take the second in line. They say, let's go with the records we have, which is Kennedy, Japan, and the second in line. Is he ready to work with him? And now the proposal, people like Nano Bribo and Himodeba and Kabea or you to Alan as a running mate. I think that records way is making Alan's case very bad. Even for a running mate, it's making it bad. Because if it continues along this trajectory in the main November, it will make Alan less marketable. Now, market value of former who is even a pochi kudus 44.5 million pounds. Market value of former who is coming to poach you. So what
Alan can comfortably retire because at this point, you see, for me, and again,
Debbie, Alan should comfortably retire.
No, I'm predicating on what you said. So if he continues on this trajectory, then I'm saying that I'm only finishing your sentence, that he can comfortably retire. Because that is it. Because this is his time. This is supposed to have been his time. But he messed up. And we don't do those things in Ghana politics. And for young people, you need to be careful. You either make up your mind for people to trust you, or you just don't do things like that. But I thought, I thought that the love for his father would have made him, would have given him some clouds, and that he could ride on easily. But Oh no, but at least in the MPP, oh come on, the man's father, yes, just like Akufo-Addo's father, and that is why he became who he is. Even against all odds, against Alan Chemante and co. People look at again if a Dambo or whatever is this son is running, like you expect something, you expect some love. And the Akufo-Addo's father, being who he was, being a linguist and mentioned all, you you were stopped and you would have had a solid showing in the Ashanti region than he did. I think he got 2 or something like that. But again, if you think about the person who came second got 2 3, then you can understand that 2 in Ashanti region is not that bad. And so Osei Akoto was a shocker, but I thought that again, it's just a bad news. So
okay. Padmon, Pachonko ye de wo wachinti mamo kasa nembra from na men connect to because Padmon kasama yera Kennedy Japan. We need to hear from Padmon and the shocker that you proved show ye the media.
He should reduce the noise and come and give us a showdown.
Because media he should come and give us a showdown. Kennedy Japan studio I have you. Also we don't me vice president showdown. We don't me did
you see my post of my flyer?
I saw it. I was like, hey,
yeah, showdown.
Madam will be McBain say, now, president now won't control Akuma. We don't yami no pafe numre. Ya to abani we ya kene who say you are in a comfortable leader. Fena, afe de we don't yami na sisana ya another level. You are in a comfortable leader to don't yami sese. Pardon, mama akwaba. Are you shocked by my second position? No, say okay, say me predict here.
No correct. But me yes shocked.
Moya shocked.
No, you shocked.
Why?
Because once I call race you nipa baby who is like underdogs. Oh, one may oh, Mokrama Muntep. But na ye the call that we received to come into this race. Grassroots na a shooty call now. So a mersona a nipana person also mono frel. Nasa pupu tia. A da ufisa ubenyaho, no overconomoson ready for you. Until we heeded to the call from the grassroots. It's not in himself. Send a grassroots for no air penal. Sana omo MPs and paying for no bit you na omo the betu abano. So we were even expecting Grass and Anka superdelegate defense. But for the other near maybe a Koko Senintino, we all knew Dr. Bahumia in a way would be the candidate to beat in the superdelegate. But Anya a second position there, we were sure of say Bahumia establishment no and maintain second position there, you be the second. It can come as a surprise to us.
Dear Neaman, I'll say a Koko no.
Onka.
Manen kanasem. Because we don't have any baby. It's the name man a Koko.
My showdown.
Afia. Good episode the kind. Afia the kind.
No, onion politics, sir.
Don't give him an agenda.
Or so my showdown. If you are my maker, be Vikaka, they can break with a machias with you, coffee, Naminians of Machiano. If you are the woman said, oh, say, Asante or Cassavin say, agro any form. What the cobra of my can say?
One class, ask them, you need a bro.
So what you say? The famous showdown, Sabna Abu Romania Manina. The Honorable Pen Basso Chan said November 4 agro any form, Sada. I mean, Sawaka go beyond the Wakana showdown. Say Honorable can bet you to Ako to president, and now Bekosuku, and now Bede. No. And so no Kanina was in relation to the election process. And he had 2 first one every. Second one November. It is the first one, and you may be cause no officer in Chaya. Then any November, one agro any form. This one, elite be a vote. But you do November 4th, Nadia, a one a grassroots for one and so. Ebetwaba, it's your one, and Miss Metcher was a mutual masses no ever. If you are not a woman in a new.
This explanation, even Kofi will not accept it. So,
no. If you are not a woman in a showdown, any agro for. Agro and
But was that display all necessary? Was it necessary?
and no now
Because
which me
as
can
I say,
say.
the okay is be open to interpretation. Obi agene so be kwakwa so be
Matiase, because a bimo anti process na say, but the process is in relation to the election. Yeah, your first one, your second one. I will give you a showdown. That is on the second one. But if you and clarify
the people who are trying to stop him and taking this phone from him, no, they disagree. Say he will show them.
No, you see, when sometimes okay, I will give you a showdown. Obama opponent no say what prepare. So they were trying to say, let them continue to treat us as underdogs. So I said, the more they see you as an underdog, no, pay much attention to never be aware. And none of them say, "Oh, out a man conform say you may be from power." They should now be prepared for that. But if you
what okay, oh, I said, can no answer.
yeah. The show, the ensigning Yaman, Namini Ubikas, and any panic said, Honorable could have made the statement without personalizing it. And officer personalizing it, names now a bear. It could have been on November 4th, a one who showdown Ankasa, Umodi, but it be a dinner a bear, and a man of so what kind of side and I say a personal idea now. But if you I can confidently tell you, and many are kofinim, utuewunim. Nobody in MPP now loves the MPP more than Kennedy Japan. Look at his contribution to the party. Look at his investment to the party.
Which has been disputed by Kwabena Japan and many other people.
Oh yeah. Na Kwabena Japan so far they will be in see. If you and Yama Kennedy Japan Yama party, and again, my cancer. Say NPP opposition, Kennedy Japan stands to even lose because of the Awabai was so you always want your party to be in power. Ayana enipe bin tiase, but adiabako and I'm a candidate depend say. The Kennedy Japan demonstrated in the person say call for fairness in the elections. But as Semia Kennedy Japan can if you are with Mr. Media could female mutimi. Omofan cheme and yes, be a comparison. But many NDC newer. So officer Kennedy Japan and a general election and he's seen say or Kasa John Mahama NDC a said Dukatia Mamu showdown with general election. What Kennedy Japan would have been bashed by MPP for the year win.
No, I don't think so.
So what you say? Acquire your opponent in a dia MPP benefit a year, but if you BBC no candia and yet, Mamma Mayan tagging nipa in that negative sense. Because when he's saying that he wants us to do the right thing.
The internal issues no being exhibited in this,
Mayor Honorable Kennedy. I think February or so. Men are me corner, Honey could deem come. Is it February or so? Me guy G crown and me coy. Or you be a me penasa personal. In Tiusha for the last 4 months, I make a summer about me and I'm in Canada. The only thing I say about Kennedy is that Wabua party. And then maybe I could be a me cite examples of even a near map me personally, I'm not me so. Honorable Kennedy, their Boa party. But you see, pardon, say, ye ma explanation we ba. Ye will further interrogate and ask questions. One here, for example, young fan say, ye near Baba na, Baba or Lady na, as mere affinity, Hajia. Young fan say, Obi attack Hajia, young fan say. Kosenabusan said, then see it. The young say, there was somebody who was going to vote and a committee an infraction by lifting yes. So that was the first infumsua nipaniye. A nipaniye sound from so. Abanem Ratchet says so be young from swa. You were responsible for holding the person accountable. Hajia is not one of them. What you say? Hajia is not one of the people to hold another agent accountable.
But she can alert Omo to hold that.
Kofi, we presented 2 agents. Hajia was an agent. So she had every right to be because then you're going to be complaining.
No, you can complain, but you cannot react. The emphasis is what.
Now, how just react here? Wakas react here?
No, so are you saying, say?
Mini video I made. She only said she reported.
Reported.
Uh-huh.
Then I make sure I said yes. She reacted. For example, Honorable Alanche Martini Panos. Yes, she reacted. That he rather reacted, and then on the reaction, and now, Nipano air tone and some of the bone. But what you see,
and the cover can a move in a buy.
The point I'm making is so say Obi Funkuya, then you can say other agents in Funga. And nothing I your processes here, they ever honor. And think come from Swan buyer a drew penny for anymore. What do? You register the consent. Tina make us maybe a part more con. See a cassia start here.
Okay, because no internal issues was a case the same fan.
Yeah. And you see, what Kofi is saying, I agree with him. My partner could have said, oh, elections, people get angry and people say things. I agree with that. Because when Kennedy says, remember, must show down, many agents and I'm going to shed them. What has that got to do with November? So when it listens, people get angry, people will make statements, they may not necessarily mean it. So when you go down that road, it doesn't look good. That is why I said, even Kofi will not agree with you.
If I'm making this on record, me honorable, me support him. Me support to Bawunya. But so honorable Kennedy Japan when near. Or you'll be a meeting a man.
Okay.
So honorable Alanche Martin when near, or you'll be a meeting a man. It didn't me politics. We make sure say, may me politics years and be a main casa and who penny be a huffy. Swat I say, send a bear a chinabi. Says we hear Mama penny be a bit me. I am a mamma. If he say, can't. Not say because one is quote unquote establishment. Now and I'm say who create a victim mentality I beg you to muntino. Now you leverage and no sana. We sana now you move in so a person a decent politics no. Now who foresee and
to counter it.
So maybe that guy G or friend Debian before I know breakers or friend. So you didn't come Kofi yanya careful sa dia ye. Yen deep and ye be attempt. Ye come all the time.
Cut our issue. They are going to because Ghana for now wolf ending up a bigger issue in terms of solution. What's that's why what a year first and what to find Chrome work I bet Ghana be Mr.
My interview.
Solution no.
Oh, that solution because me can say about me have a bigger issue. He has a bigger battle, which is when they say a comedies. I find against Mahama.
If you when I say and some like Kennedy now I said they don't trust his mouth no. We say and no kind long time ago. And to imagine say this was your president and I am for a year the big baby and our far phone. Will you be proud?
That person goes to you.
That comparison is totally out of order because you cannot say the way says obey a president sana obey. Many would say Emra President Kufuor ABD president. In what capacity or in what view? A strong man who does not entertain Sabine, maybe no one. But who the presidency could see maybe near Master. Right? You can't judge somebody based on Nigeria. Are we saying in Ghana, say Kennedy Japan, they also have temperament issues. But what about the other good things not winning in our country? He take those good things also to the presidency? The care for human beings, the care to make sure Ghanaians are okay, the opportunity to create employment for Ghanaians who many Jumai and your presidential. No, Mama Mayen you an incident and yet concludes that this is the total image of a person. It is not.
No, pardon. What we had, the conversation we had earlier has to do with, I genuinely believe that the people of the MPP grassroots want to give him a chance. But I'm saying, I said that they cannot trust what he will say. And so, and the day of elections was an evidence. Because you see, when we say,
Kingsley Patches, one of your technical, but affecting November because they are exhibiting. And then more trusting on man wanted to make us a brace. Yes, I'm
coming now. See, what we are doing here, we are all brothers. Look, for you to make any incursion in November 4th, you will need a branding expert, like thousands of them. You would like talk to Kofi, hi Kofi and go. Like you need to this thing about I'm being honest with you. Yeah, you have to be honest. But you see, if you have to make any incursion, you need Charlie. He has to learn. He has to change his dressing and everything. It's if you take a
if you are another man go. So who's a Canadian Japan t-shirt? The cost of that t-shirt is even far expensive than 4 suits you wear.
I agree with you. I'm not
don't just assume.
I see on changing the branding,
brand.
The Japan the brand and the casa and nanti and but Kingsley, you say I'm not here and that's Yamano, a penasemi.
But look at percent. Will this win elections? This percent will that win? What I'm saying to you is that the people were looking for some alternative. Apart from Baumia, there were people who were looking for some alternative apart from Baumia. When they look on the thing, they see Alan, oh, this guy, he cannot be trusted, he can resign tomorrow. They see the likes of Japan, oh, he can talk against the MPP tomorrow. Like, the rest person is, hey, Kennedy, yeah, can he be trusted with his mouth? Oh, some people say, well, let's just give it to him. Some people say, look, we'll just stick with Baumia like that. And that is why the numbers are this huge difference. Otherwise, it would have been way closer if Kennedy has changed his tactics for a long time
The super delegates Baumia numbers is not surprising. But I agree with the and Ghana for Bibliaca. Anybody the more people talk about a particular behavior, it means an idea they want to see a change.
Okay.
So we take it in good faith. The honorable understand this. So what the Kasakwa sometimes or within the last 1.5 years or now say the candidature, we've seen a different candidate Japan. Until maybe Naba could be any idea. But it is good that we are getting all this feedback from the populace. It's just you per se we who be and you tell us supreme why not?
Do you think somebody may win delegate conference? Because Baumia strategy, Kingsley cried, me say, or more Baumia, or chicken change more, but at least he's been consistent since our buying in our marketing, one man who value. Baumia has been growing steadily consistent over the last 8 years. More betting me winning. Do you think you can win?
You gave a perfect introduction. Sir, the question is, does MPP want to win general election and break the 8, or we just want a presidential candidate? In your introduction, you were trying to do a lot of comparative analysis. Say the Baumia bar, what people are waiting to say. Yeah, the Ken bar, what people. MPP for the what's your sign and say, why in a general election? Yeah, the issues a bit present, a bit easier for the person to win the election for us. And on that, maybe I'll say, November 4th, are you guys sure we'll be 50 plus 1 vote? That election, because we believe that the grassroots called on the honorable to remain resolute, and they feel like now the party and Ghana needs a leader like him. And we are going in with all the maximum mentality of a win. Say, the win election on the election on 4th November. There's no doubt about that.
Okay. Tonto, my member you Kingsley, because Kingsley they are already in a comfortable lead. Now, I can't earlier say, Mahama. Any this was this video be Mate ladies group. I'm saying democratic ladies in Ashanti region. That's a very strategic move for NDC. targeting Ashanti region. Into almost for general election, almost starting homework. Unfortunately for MPP, I find a more market time. How, Tonto, how are you strategy? I don't think that Dr. Baumia is looking at just November. I'm sure strategically said part Momo can they are looking beyond into the general election. How are they there? Because
Afia, Uri, kind the definition of strategy. Strategy is what you do that sets you apart from your competitors. And to maintain your strategy in the ground, sometimes and your value, you don't even discuss it. What I can assure you is say John Mahama Makotima ladies for Ashanti region. Unnim mobilization strategy in China now and for Afia virus. Don't forget, we've run the most vibrant, populated women's wing in this country. Over 30,000
women's wing, good until you have an alternative women's wing. Youth wing, so you have an alternative one.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that since 2016, you've been running loyal ladies.
Hello, Tonto. And for the benefit of Padma, this is what NDC is doing. I played the video earlier. NDC
to create an inclusive, equitable political landscape that reflects the diverse voices and.
Hold on. This is what they are doing. I thought it was very interesting.
I am Ms. Jolia Tadai, president of DLE. Democratic Ladies Alliance is a network of young ladies in Ghana who believe in the vision of the NDC. The vision of the NDC is a sustainable, equitable, and prosperous Grenada for all. We intend to let NDC be a talk for every young person in Ghana, Ashanti region to be precise, and to sensitize the young people about the neglect of the region by the MPP as a result of their constant vote and support. Our vision.
Mommy, you free on him because I just wanted this part.
It's just a copycat of loyal ladies in Nehemiah. Copy 100%. And I'm say, Adeoya ahead of the curve. That's the point I'm making to you. A good say or more who not already said they had doves for Mahama.
Any ladies for Mahama, boys for Mahama, yeah.
This is about the 10th iteration of that thing.
But this is targeted though.
I know it's targeted to Ashanti this time because I wouldn't tell my targeted to Ashanti region because I heard on most votes. So we share the last election. NDC have more votes in Ashanti region than they got in voter region, and they know that the vote difference in Ashanti region and MPP NDC was 1.14 million. That vote difference cancelled out all the 10 regions they won. So if they can make incursions into Ashanti region and increase their vote to be at 800,000, knowing very well the apathy, say the apathy is C.
I said it in my intro, absolutely.
I didn't make a choice. If you are the strategy, I say strategy is careful iteration of your own ideas that is unique. Yeah, the
yeah, but you see, more bad with the baggage. And that is why I share my super delegate now. Both may be called Ken Hono because Ken needs a baggage now. Momo one now can ha some will call around and confessing a Monshayo, Munye Rodo, Muma Yesayo, Muma Yese, Ken de Cacano put an on boy. So he doesn't have that baggage. NDC needs a baggage because so much not opposition 8 years. People are not making demands on them. Monomatia Konyaso, loyal ladies here, okay, a lot of them are not happy. A lot of them, almost loyal ladies, meaning baby Omaja loyal ladies. What say about be a friend say P4C, meaning baby Omaja, so you people have serious baggage. The unpopular nature of your government, the promises are to me for failure, and then you know it's sitting on the head of Baumia. How are you going to deal with this? Against Mahama.
FVT, there are for any candidate I be there are 1 or 2 instances that they may separate themselves. For example, Kennedy may be able to say me nyame me cha appointment me cha appointment amema. But you said something that was equally profound. Say Kennedy Alan, Ghanaians are not going to separate you from MPP. So the bigger chance of the headache, and that will be also. And I make sure say, yeah, aware of what the challenges are. And every day, we are looking at how to solve the challenges. Who point out the by and say, Mahama Moa started Bia, or Modi making an incursion into our territory. And I may say, yes, that incursion, and we are working on everything now. Yeah, they expand the NCA territory. Into the I know the strategy ourselves. We are discussing of.
Okay, you Kingsley, my member, so how are you are planning? Because obviously, we check Canada, Japan energy, or the other MPP primaries, if nothing at all, new energy or the other. All the young men who would have otherwise opted for NDC, and Mahamano, Kennedy. Say if Baumia Winnie. And now Alan Winnie and whoever no decided on the Kennedy baton automatically that becomes a threat to you. For you to know, Omo can inside the pan because the brain himself only one city or be chairman of 50 persons. A lot of them because he has evidence to show. Out of mama way, my way, yes, and then all be pebino. So how would you counter that? Because NDC foreigners are not giving you any mono so far no more yeah strategy, but so far money message. Kingsley, you must admit, NDC has not been able to give us an umbrella message. He said 2012, MPP, but no free SHS. 2060 or more by a 1D1, and they had an umbrella message. NDC umbrella message were here. Mean share than TV. You haven't hammered it into the gumptions of Ghana for vote or not. Said the MPP for the net will be a dream. President Kufuor Bakai, show us it was a daily thing. Professor Mel said, but it was assumed it was a daily thing. What do you understand? How are you dealing with that energy in MPP for the NAMNO?
Afia, let me borrow Kofi's words. At the last end, they are in propaganda.
Sorry, send me them here. Diamond Queen Mother. Diamond Queen. Maybe say
my main site Kofi. You know, because the reason being that the question you were asking me said, oh, House of Folk, oh dear, you've not brought us your team sheet, you've not brought anything to us, but we don't know who we are playing against yet. But you are asking for our team sheet. Don't you know that the team that the team Chelsea is playing determine the players that go and play on the match on the field? You know that.
A different strategy.
Exactly. So asking the NDC to show you all our hands now, when the MPP is yet, when the showdown, we have not seen the showdown. You are asking us, we should give you everything now. You are asking too much. We are in 2023. 2024 is coming. We are long days away from elections. I'm saying, sir, let me tell you something on authority. Alan Chemante will not be the MP's candidate because, again, like I said, he the person cannot be trusted because of what he did. Canada, Japan, I mean, it would have been one of the easiest things because he has given us a lot of audios, a lot of videos. We just have to share a lot of that. Again, I'm not saying, sir, you don't have to draft a message, but sometimes elections are two ways. You can either lose an election, or the person can beat you. I can choose to lose the election because I didn't do my work. So I'm saying that you don't always have to win elections. So you can just allow your opponent to lose the elections. You understand? And I'm saying, sir, even if for nothing at all, there are some levels that we may just have to allow them to lose the elections. And that is still fine. Now, when it comes to Baumia, again, why? The person who, please. Again, like Kofi said, we don't have to say everything, but Baumia, dear. Again, you see, I posted a video from one of the campaign videos that we did in 2016, where John Mahama was driving a bus, and the statement that were made in that video. Watch that video again and compare to what has happened. You think that is why I posted there and said prophecy. It was just prophetic. Again, Baumia, the same person who told us at some point, say, Yes, even though I said when the fundamentals are weak, the agent will expose you. No, it is not always true.
Yeah, Afia.
Are you saying some mobile use Baumian Sam again? More winning message,
But no, that is not what I'm saying.
Because
to you. That is not what I am saying to you. Say,
we are almost ending. August Neko and now you must have a clear sounding message minus the identification of the candidate.
What happened earlier on? What can I say? NBCD or more candidate dada. Hey, and your candidate dada no. You are not asking us, give us step 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When the NDP I don't even have step 1. They don't even have a candidate yet.
Some don't show opponent. Who now we are preparation?
I'm saying the NDC has never lacked message. If you NDC has never
2020 now message. 2020 now message.
Why? And you want to tell us what one can be?
That's, you see, that is how memorable you must become. We are party. You must become so. President Kufuor, but I remember his message from 2000.
Indeed.
2012 MPP. But I remember their message. Free SHS. 2016 1D1F. I remember. What is your message now?
So you ask again. I'm saying to you, say our message now. I'm saying that it is too early to be asking the NDC that question because no. Okay, Kofi. So you are telling me, say, Bawumia has a message for the Ghanaian people that he's going to use to run the elections in 2024. Exactly. I'm saying, say,
candidate. You have a candidate. One started a strategy into incursion into regions. You must have a message. What is your message? Who candidate?
Our message is simple. We are restoring Ghana to where at least it was or where it's supposed to be. Restoring Ghana is very important because one, we saw what John Mahama was doing. We saw the building that he was doing. We saw the work that he was doing. And John Mahama is coming to continue from where he left off. And Anado says, it's not possible. He cannot do it. We said that John Mahama knows how to do it. He will continue to do it. Anado said, Agenda 111. Obviously, we have not seen any of the hospitals yet. John Mahama said, I have done it before. I have built hospitals. I can continue to do it. We are restoring Ghana to the beauty. The same government that told us that they were not going to go to IMF. They have gone to IMF and came back and they will go again. So I'm saying, sir, the MPP has, when they're talking about message, the MPP have nothing to tell the people of Ghana. Our message is simple. Now, the same MPP who says, sir, we are restoring allowance, now it's in arrears of allowance. The same MPP that says, everything that John Mahama have done for the country, the MPP has stopped it and reversed it. Yes.
Okay.
Restoring those things that the MPDC was doing before the MPP came to break them down. It's as simple as that.
Okay.
And that is what we need for now as a country.
Okay. Restoration. That is the message of NDC, restoration. Okay. What makes restoration special? But before, remember, what makes restoration special? But I don't know. Padmo, restoration. We need to see what is your because most MPP for us you. Into all by restore. Are you not threatened by Mahama the candidature?
Why candidate Japan stands tall in all these races? Why now Ghana own him the message of Kennedy Japan so where President had obey? Waka? Everybody knows. I'm surprised that Kingsley is saying 16 months to a general election, you are waiting for MPP to elect the candidate. And so what shall Shakraf to message?
The unfortunate thing is that you have not even said a statement yet. You have not given us your mission yet.
Then the alternative is scary. You are waiting for MPP to elect a candidate.
Give it to us. Yes, give it to us. We don't know. I don't know.
Kennedy Japan, what kind of vision is it? The Ghana the transformation agenda obeying now. Can be any? Mr. Way, if you are crying policies, need be or no champion, be obey me.
If you have what to you.
You know it. Who some ya Kofi Tonto, Kofi Beka, Smiaka, Kennedy Japan, policies be right? Because Kennedy Japan is talking about mechanizing agriculture to feed the whole of Ghana and West Africa. Kennedy Japan is talking about tourism to develop Ghana. He is talking about technology and engineering. Kennedy Japan is talking about all this. What outline Nyama obey.
But the danger in that because all these things are things you are down. MPP for ban tourism here. from Jake time prior to tourism. Jake ye kakra the obono mo de de. And mo de akra mo ka se mo marine drive be see ne sika no kwa mo divert sika no mo di kakra. Mo divert public accounts committee report by no divert sa marine drive sika no e di bia kwa kobo what is special about it?
That is why the track record of the person saying what he would do as against what he said he would do in the past is very important. Secondly, upon can say me see the largest coal store in Africa. I am passing with me see starch factory. Me see steel factory. Me ma abrofonkwa me dominate steel factory. Why? Look at the past record of the person. Okay, or yeah. That is what is important now. Your leadership in the continent, you know, in such a way so be about promises. All the mommy may say. Sometimes we don't look at their record. This is the time we will need to scrutinize people. Show us what you have. Show us what you have done in the past. And when ever convince you, say the mawa, obey. Okay. That is why Ken stands tall in all of this. That is why he's different.
You say I can buy campaign on the record of MPP and because
of course. No, if you are
election, how would Ken come and defend? Because over the campaign condemns his party. It's a record.
I am not sure, sir. Ghana says we will be because the policy of free is a case of failure. See, I am not saying, sir, Ghana, President Kufuor said, Obe champion 1D, 1F, 1D, 1F, Ekoso, Beboa. Yes, and yes, but of course, because it was a partnership, the more people come in, opportunity now. NPP was solid record in the past. Like again, you cannot always focus on one weakness of the government and say because of it you are failing. If you want to use just the economic challenge, say economy facing economic challenge, failure, we might be wrong.
But Padmore,
okay.
So NPP had a solid track record. Why would you support Bawumia? Because
I would. No, I will not support. I am not supporting Bawumia now. But if we go to Congress and we elect Bawumia, I will support Bawumia 110%. And Honorable Kennedy Japan has said same. Obi Biara or no Kennedy Japan or best support 120%. But I intend Olusu fairly or best support 100%, and we will all support 100%. But the issue is if the issue is he wants a fair contest, yes. And all that he's saying internal contest, there will be an internal person or supporting. The reason I am for Ken is that I believe Ken has something extra to add to what Bawumia and Akufo-Addo has done. That is why I am supporting him. Okay. Because Bawumia and Akufo-Addo would want to push the agenda no more. Ken has more he want to add. So if Bawumia is elected, then
push a particular agenda beyond.
Oh, the manifesto, the development agenda, they buy as candidates. Okay. It's a non-year pursue. And this year, Bawumia, no friends, some na canibi, ne beboa, no second, for 1 bra, near Fanya Juma. Why not? Okay. If you require Meno Kasani, say Bawumia Kase, Kennedy Japan, some now can obey Juma, men contest Sibion Ken, court Nefam still as vice. Praise God, why not? Because you have been here.
So the best support to video can let me have support. Because
fair a contest. No mama will show down there any and all best support.
Even your national election cry. Let's define free and fair. Free and fair per electoral process, our definition. Okay, so let's not create any ambiguity. When UN and other agencies come to monitor elections, not almost declaring free and fair. And no said there were not minor infractions. It is when the minor infractions become a substantial aspect of the election. So when there is an infraction, assuming without admitting, the question is, was that infraction substantial to affect the election? Aside from that, we have court systems in this country, and that's how the court defines free and fair elections. So, my election, not say yako nalirigu, not say infraction kakrako kasa. Busa who said, was it materially substantial to affect the free and fair of the election? No.
If you with a Muslim, you could me patch of Fatchabe, say me interjected.
No problem.
The Kofi Kanina, I agree 100%. But when an infraction has the tendency of affecting a human life, it is serious.
No, never.
It is serious. But for example, the infraction was said Obi Eko Rezi Nekat. It's an infraction. Somebody challenged the infraction. But the point that somebody will hit somebody and a nibeswa, then it goes beyond the electoral infraction.
No,
that is violence.
That's not a true account of the issue.
No, I am not talking about Hajia.
No, what was the truth? The TN said, one, there was an infraction.
Yes.
That infraction, which there are laws on how to deal with the infraction. 2, 3. A person who is not a lawful adherent to that process, decided, say, or no solve the infraction. In doing it, no only aggressive towards the offender, and the offender no react here. The patron what you say.
That is also your account.
No. That is the account.
Is that captured in the police report? Say that's exactly what.
Okay, if that is the case,
no.
If that is the case, not bad monsoon ho. Not bad monsoon. Etienne Timi Nina or monsoon Nipana Samo.
Okay,
there were infractions.
The main person focuses at more and more representing the two major parties. The question is whether say NDC or say MPP, are we going to see Ghana moving forward? Because I think that is the ultimate goal. So when a bebo, so Ghana because all around us now, because people are angry, including Ghana. I'm a Minister of Defense in the soldiers. I'm sure the soldiers were even upset, but to be in Ghana, you control your hunty. So we are sitting on a time bomb. And yes,
of course, the meme can say. Me the entire me sorry no pa bia koye adwumama se ne beton Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia se gidi se enye tutu asem ne di petu se ye tutu asem anka mekwa kopetu me sorry na me ye gun practice what you say ba me nim se eye nimdie ene adwenkyire nti me sorry na me tu program so na me kire madwe me sorry na me ti enti that is the bigger aspect but the me person me can say ema obi or how let's dent the entire electoral process as if say Yagagi will be. That is the impression some people want to create. That is a DB and conforming person with the shady pebble. And when I see a free hall, so people will be okay.
If you
but from where you were sitting, was Congress election, was it free and fair? Where you were, you are independent, outside, was it free and fair?
If you let me summarize what they said first, and then we give a conclusion. The Amukan is Padmon and the Canada Japan team. We all are aware of the fact that, including a lot of Ghanaians, have called on them say they should go independent. And what Kofi and their team are worried about is that don't allow a little problem like what you claim to have seen to be a justification for you to jump to a conclusion, for example, to say maybe you will go independent. But again, I agree with Kofi to some extent. By and large, when I saw as far as the people who were voting were concerned, you see, this is not grassroots. These are the elite of the MPP. For anything to happen, like these are people who you shouldn't even have rejected ballots. Like these are people who know elections. These are people who know And for as much as that is, that these are people who know, you don't expect certain things to happen at all. At all. It should be clean. But if it is like delegate, like everybody, market women, carpenters, doctors, lawyers, if it is everybody, then if you see some of these things happening now, you can say, oh, they only, but the level of people, these are constituency chairmen, the ministers, for anything to happen at all, it is hard for you to call it free and fair.
Okay. It is not. It wasn't free and fair. Padmo, do you think it was free and fair? Padmo, was the election free and fair?
If you are using the definition Kofi gave, if you do an election, now your infraction of about say less than 5%, you can't say the election wasn't free and fair. In its larger sense, it was free and fair because we did not see people being forced to vote at the voting center. We did not see other things. But the person said the fact that a 5% infraction or 10% infraction and nullify the whole results. Human life should be preserved. Dignity should be preserved. That's all that we are saying. That we should not create the environment.
Argue on that.
No. It's important. I argue because the impression
on which one, Govi?
The impression must not.
The argument is on which one?
The impression must not be created. Say, human life is not dignified. Now, Obi make an attempt to say obey harm human life. Until I make sure say, interrogate said then they see it. To me, Sabio nipa ba ko to about impulse. Okay? Wrong. To say there was a systematic attempt
to block and human life.
Okay. And you're careful because you create and can't be too I don't know me person ye cure. Some me support about na me koye bibi na nya. My yen created the impression say Bawumia na ashishe bibi and na ye can't say me meye sadiem. No.
Okay.
Oh yes sir. Actually be
evidently obi image.
Honorable Ken who nipa bi koyam from so near the for honorable Ken anya wo there.
Okay.
Okay.
Obi don't do very well. Mami can't message Okay, very well. Wait major because I wanted you to, but I think it's very well.
Propaganda no first here.
I'm very
yeah, Minister Kingsley now because I said we actually know. Now
I TV program.
Yo, Obi se me can't just say Kopito to say I show Bobby Kessie be pa where the money is big yo. And he had the minister.
Ejuma Pabia
and also the director of communication. Office of the president. If you ministries, minister, director of communication.
Kofi na America come. Party name management consular office come with big for him to leave that. Somebody died to her. I think he's happy. Never can.
Director of communication. You're happy because maybe I'm a reference to say. Would you? Me political.
Opposition plan out to me.
I stress now, Mister. They say a drilling in a fool of me how they say me yacht and pan a drilling in a fool of me. But on a more serious note, dear Tiana say, yes, me. It comes with so many negatives. Sabio, there are several side effects to the mayor. Me dealing with internally. But the truth of the matter is, my decision to come is that I knew that I have a potential to contribute to our political discourse. And I decided to come. Tina de be a references a woody. Ye come more ye me political advisors. I will come win him the course. Enti
me and I said,
oh, no one of no bad. Oh, no one of no bad.
Why, yes,
Enti, yes, liberty me. I had the abua. That's all. Bonnie bien. Right.
Okay. You. And I can't get ask you him. They are called there. I'm out post and come down. You don't know my home metragana. I know I will look at Barry now. No one can so. I know I bet Naga just only supposed to bank.
If you are Kofi say woni ne fa adwi say on Bragana. Kofi ne kai.
Awa me ne oni me na now this you na me o. The problem I said ko ano.
Anyways,
that's it. Na me kind message you say pardon. Remember how abusa you say the moko disciplinary committee.
Yeah.
Nti moko ochina na moko another ben.
Oh, part no I say umube fre the honorable member, honorable Kennedy Japan, and the ocean letter no the Ebabo and Tinima, almost in relation to Nenkomo Biana Odi, any Nipebia or Bo Mudi, and they use the word threats, which I found it a bit harsh a word for the party to use, because if you say he is threatening somebody, that is already now as a walk conclude on the charge. Meanwhile, you say you are inviting the person, so we invited no ban or and are we investigating who's as no can be a threat, then you can say. But even in your investigation invitation, also what threatening will be, which is a serious word for the invitation to state in that word, because now. Is it can to come and prove the threat, or now we identify threat now the catcher and say threat a message in me? So that and no idea if the invitation did not. So if he is being invited for a conversation on that to seek clarification, fine, but to judge him say what threaten, then already what conclude say they also threaten. But we have all listened to the tape. All that he is saying is that he will give a showdown. I mean, how can this be
showdown is open to interpretation?
If you are someone in relation to election,
no, but
nothing goes beyond the election.
Padmon, let us grant some wisdom to your party leaders that at least they heard as well. And I mean, the showdown was not in isolation. He didn't just remember the showdown. I'll say, many agents. He was talking about that particular event that was happening.
Okay,
on this particular thing, for what you have done, the action was that you put my agent in a room, and in response, I will give you a showdown. That is a threat.
A showdown of what?
The person said, based on your action, which is you have locked my party agent. And me, I will respect, and I will give you a reaction. And that is why they say it's a threat, because as of now, nobody knows how far he's going to go.
Kinsley, we are voting. We are voting.
Yes.
The first phase of the voting is ongoing. And now the young fan say, many information say my agent has been moved out of that voting process. And let me make a comment say, my agent mom move every hole. I will give you a showdown. A showdown of what? Let me make us say, oh, Rashid Jajia. Okay, I will give you a my mama take example. If you are DDEP by old men and no more invest Papa Bako. Was it any we would turn the country upside down. And they would say, how would you turn the country upside down? Also, we would die one by one. Was it a threat to the country? You can't say what threatening Ghana and Tia, but you could say, how would you do that?
Kinsley, so if you look at the totality and the history of Kennedy Japan, and then now fact the history that you can infer say a threat. But boot for boot.
Kinsley, mommy, one showdown. Kennedy Japan City of Ghana. Mommy, one showdown.
Yes, beyond the facts, beyond the comparison that you are making, it's true. But even the old man, even though his demeanor was calm, which against the Japan was not calm, when he said he would die one by one, that is a threat. If it is America, they would have arrested him.
Yeah. When he says, how would you turn the country upside down?
How the death will come. One by one.
Yeah, you can't say that. You can't say that and go free. You can't say that and go free in other developed countries. So that is a threat. So we can then call you, assess what you are trying to say. Assess
but if the Obi person Musa say between I'll give you a showdown and Mahama boot for boot. They are in a threat.
Oh, boot for boot, it just means that action will call for a reaction. Like action. If you don't,
but is that not a threat?
Maybe. See, it's the same as saying, say, if you are,
if you are, I am me
MVP. Boot for boot.
Boot for boot. Because if the kiki doesn't happen, would the kiki happen?
If you are me MVP, right? One of the key statements 2016. We said was say intimidation in Yama cause from NDC in Yama. We will resist. After all die be die.
Yeah.
When you say all die be die, what happened? Obi with Ghana. Did we charge anybody for threatening Ghana? Say all die be die, Bekum go for. Mamu Maya over hyponia maybe. I mean, I feel like we are just acting unnecessarily.
But
it's in the political space. Some of the comments, the statements we make.
But you see, but for me, if you are straight up, this statement, and again, this invitation is just a paperwork. It will go nowhere. Nobody can do FOCO. You cannot do Canada Japan FOCO. You can go bring.
You see that powerful. So
it's not just Canada Japan. Like why have we to see? Look, we've seen.
The party for
we can't do FOCO because you know why they are culpable. Because you know why when regional chairman like Wuntumi stand on TV and says we'll give Baumia 100%, that is illegal. What did they do to him? That is an illegality. We didn't do it. Why were they when everybody was we will give
not only that. Not only that. Even MPs declaring.
KD say you more kasa young frag Canada Japan the Mahama cry was here because the all can in a Mahama cry threatening first and a Joe criminal say invitation to cry a business some of us say Ghana cry a funny country you catch over China I'll be one where a threat and let's be factual Emos question or seeking oh yeah a hypocrite enumerate oh they also Canada Japan threatening and Mahama there they also say threat how can you say that and Marie Marie there Odi Atemano Abahand, I don't know what she's doing. Nano the Abame so can I say I mean him time I mean Canada Japan. Oh Marie can now space man there's a who pebina we now more fans and the more Canada Japan I profitable. When Canada Japan came from America to Ghana 2001, we were working with him. The first microphone we gave it to him. Now when there will be analysis now go ya my parents now who him Canada Japan I got a bedroom anymore. And I'm surprised she's even here commenting because they be on to me objective and no they be obedi at them. Seriously, these things man some of these things and yet the best. Emos question us even a Kufuado crack and what die be there here and you know. Now more for Canada Japan from here. More for Canada Japan on me then. Ellen or Beno say, are we in a developed country or what? Kiss the power. Also analysis need be I know what to book a and I reach as about people are intimidating people to vote for them. Mon kind no say yes threat. Party when you are for pen at letter. Can no cry no yeah and can no cry. Confuse be a crank baby as well be. Prince Ajimasi Honorable Ken has changed the dynamics of the show. And Nadia the Bia Babe Humanity Society. Ken no or no kwamba game no assassin. And that's one there is factual. Ken by just Ken's candidature. So Ken Anya Shekra. He's made history. And if nothing at all, he has made history for him to change the dynamics of MPP Congress. A whole vice president, he has given Baumia a very serious run for his money with all the resources and apparatus at the convenience at the beck and call of Baumia. In some of the regions, you know. So and this is his first time. On baby though, Alan has gone before or experienced.
And if you are the energy,
he's a novice in presidential issues, and so look at how he has shaken the tables.
Before
Yeah. Zero.
Yeah.
And then this generation of delegates will be anymore.
You know,
And then I am a party. At least Ken, you can count even NDC and Pintina make a child my money at the say. Yeah, nim can to be Siapia. Minim Sapat Mokaina.
The kind of person.
Those days, 2001 year program, and produce from school, me school, my produce. Canada Japan your program, you know, Maniska, and you so be same me. The first person Canada Japan man blows back, or say, you know, they were best of friends. I know NDC for I'm a Benuado every year be an bed than I can hear party man. Because Friday be a party office more. So me can blame. There are even NDC people who owe some kind of allegiance to Ken.
Exactly.
They want it because of Ken.
If you are about being a political strategist that I am, if I am in Ken's team, this is a great opportunity for them. Because me, if I am them, I would have assembled thousands of Ghanaian human beings to be there that day. And then you stand on top of your car, and then you wear white and be shaking until you got into the office. And then by the time you're coming out with that same loud cry, nobody will invite you anywhere again. Because this is a huge opportunity.
I think that is what is going. No weekend on one can,
but you know,
Ken supporters they will do that.
You think the party leadership no You think the party leadership do not know? They know.
I don't know what they are planning, but I can assure you, say, the numbers of Ken supporters will be so overwhelming.
It has to be.
The campaign team has not planned anything, but the supporters have every right, like Yeche Ken Koto sell treasoner a party for both supporting no. They have the right to do that, but the campaign team is not intentionally calling on anybody. No, but obviously, all quiet and submission announcement for. But we saw the number of people that went there, and the party is not ignorant about this. At this moment, if you touch Canada, Japan, it's like don't party. Where we are now,
you can't take it away from the guy that he's taking time to grow. And you see, and when I talk about knowing how I knew him from time to now, he's taking time to grow himself. Temperament, because look, obeying weakness, they'll create a trap for you to fall into it. You must take extra measures to ensure, say, trap you see, because he's really come a long way from where he was 2001 on politics. He wanted nothing to do with politics, not just at home TNT. No, he is really come far. He has really come far and marketed himself. Yeah, he's really marketed himself.
And the energy he has brought to the youth. Now MPP is not worried so much about apathy. All you need is to put Ken on your ticket, and as your president, even if you want to put him as your running mate, you know that the masses, you have them. No apathy issue. This is what he has brought to the party.
Padma, are you guys contemplating the possibility of a running mate position? And I'm doing
the possibility of
running mate.
No, my main can't be after Saturday. No, it was wound to me. I also granted interview with Paul Admoch in all cancer. At first, the conversation would have been Baumia Alan. If Alan T.H. Mensa Bunsunanka or Betty running meter. But say I can abedi second nadia. The conversation, they are going to initiate the conversation between Baumia and Ken. And that is the truth. Quoting Woon to me. This is what Woon to me is saying. But to tell you the truth, we've not met as a team to even discuss that. Say, camp will be near discuss here. They can discuss if they want to approach us and initiate some conversation. Yeah, party. We will listen, but that does not mean say we can as man with it. So there be a party in Beku any area. But at this point, we are in the campaign.
Okay, and it's just one of the things that people are doing now. But I think that was a meaning say Ibrahim Nadam for Ken. And the business people, they are friends beyond food soldiers now but business people they talk about money, influence, future. Nigeria for a year more than us. They know how to build bridges and build conglomerates. Yeah, they are time and you pull him down. They are say obedient. Do you think that Senka Mahama will opportunity to use somebody like a Ken? he can co-opt him, poach him from MPP to come and support. Because they say, Momo running mate, no, I scantio. They say, Professor Jenano Pokua'S Mo. I don't know, sir. And also, analysis. She didn't bring increase your vote margin in Central Region. Central Region vote, and NDC vote to that. Mama cry popular. It was Central Region change the Professor Jenano Pokua'S. I have nothing against it. I'm just looking at the bare numbers. Okay. Do you think that it's possible to move new bit second and cut anyway ginger grassroots no MPP mono? He can do something for you people.
If you are on a more serious note, I don't think the MPP has a conversation with Ken yet. I can also tell you, sir, if you listen carefully, you are aware, I am aware, so the MPP has been courting the idea of having a female running mate. And that is why you didn't hear Hobson Addoe make the statement that he did, that even the chief of staff was gunning for running mate. It is real. Again, no. I'm saying, so the point I'm trying to make here is that a female running mate for our country is real. We are in 2023, and a political party that gambles with that too much. There are reasons why 2020 elections went the way it went. If our EC testified in court and we accept these are the true figures, maybe the conversation may have been different. But I'm saying that Jenana Pokua'S brought enough to even warrant a conversation of Fremau Pari, and I'm happy for her.
Okay.
Fremau Pari, gunning for running mate.
I doubt it's mommy or grandma.
Did you hear?
On whose aspirants ticket?
To run for
Kingsley.
I'm saying, sir, I am asking you a question. I am not
grandmother as running. I don't think she is.
What I'm saying to you, sir, I am not an MPP person. I'm saying that Hobson Addoe made a clear statement.
Some are many per running mate.
You didn't you hear him?
Me tell you, but for me that was just at this age running mate. Nani any coin.
What are you talking about?
No, I don't. Mommy, mommy, no, the piano catch us a grandma.
No, running mate to wine.
No, running mate to who? Can and wine.
Who bow me? But again, why? When Hobson said it on TV, you didn't hear.
Me tell you, but the first I can't just say I don't know.
Why?
But one person, Kingsley, is that a working team for you? That team is that
Kingsley, I will believe a Baumia spokesperson than an Alan spokesperson on this.
But again, you see, but let us be clear. You see, where we are as a country, I'm saying, sir, whether the woman is interested, whether she's not interested, I'm saying that for me, Nana Opokua'S has brought enough to the table that there is even a conversation of a female candidate.
Okay. So you think Mahama the best hand
for me, I don't see why not. Because it was a great team. And you see, being for if you're doing a show, Mao Ghana, we are more than 50%.
Do women vote for women or women vote for men? And also another question.
If you're baby I do as a country, and baby Ghana manage, gradually, for example, why? Okay, I say we could be say a maya for comfort,
Agude.
Oh yeah. Thank you. My apologies to Rekubebe.
Yeah, Agude.
Yes, Agude Nekokanya. Now, didn't you remember what happened in our country? So I'm saying, sir, maybe it is coming. It is starting. Nobody knows how man will feel and how they position themselves in 2024. Even one day, in politics. I'm saying to you, sir, man, look, why? Didn't you see the excitement that they brought? And again, we are an NDC member. Let's pretend for a second NDC actually lost the elections at the polls in 2020. Do you know what would have gotten if it wasn't Nana?
It wasn't for her, yeah. So, because and also what, Prof. So with all Neya and American, she also has the Professor Mills demeanor.
Exactly. And apart from that, if you're
a peaceful person, she's sweet, she's a teacher, or your mom is a teacher for but the class one teacher. That's the kind of persona she exudes to me.
Are you aware, sir? Yes. Are you aware, sir? Until Pokua'S every campus, gaps are in our election. Have you seen the gap this time?
So she closed the gaps on campuses.
So again, it's not everything that we have to talk about. The educated people who felt involved, who felt, we are now part of this process. This woman literally said, like, it was like from classroom. And to those who felt, we are part of this process. And the Mama Mufili said, we are part. So I'm saying, let's see how 2024 will bring to us.
We'll go. Kids, the Mamika only had this also. See, if you tell Kofi that no amount of throwing construction stones into the ice will work, Baumia is incompetent. And no, nothing, no campaign, no propaganda will change the fact that Baumia is incompetent. If I'm surprised that you are discussing a well tactical cook strategy and plans to make Baumia a candidate to cover for the many corrupt scandals. Some media strategy. They over fan one fact. If you na can NDC dia am afei. We can NDC dia say 20% na chanter. Na mo form start here homework. Me da me come asem. Nti enya say bia me come obibia sa. Nti those are first messages there time na so there but me read message. Kofi Harry no say you know all the gurus in politics since 2020. Yep, me cover 2020 elections. I covered 2020 elections. Let me yesterday, but I covered 2020 elections, 2024, 2028, 2012, 2016, and 2020 elections. 6 elections now I cover. That's why I predicted Kennedy Japan gains. Alan Chomate, that's why. But your partner, any final thoughts? Pardon, any final comments? Asana Wako. Minister Moya party Canada Japan come Moya party there by any final
Maminya diabolic kakra na min through a conspiracy theory into anyway. Now with the brouhaha that's surrounding the showdown and all those, Mami Musa said, what if our campaign team knew that obviously Baumia was going to win the superdelegates? And Baumia was just going to dominate all the headlines. But we will not let him dominate the headlines. What if it's a conspiracy theory? I'm just asking. But one other thing I'm a person noting is the Baumia campaign was so sure. Say some of them even told us, so munya even 70% Yensri. Say even 10. Oh yeah. Say 70% was their minimum. They were going to sweep about 1995. But now, this campaign team struggled to make 70. So it tells you that they admire Dr. Baumia. Would I trust these guys? They could not even give me 70. Then there is something wrong with our campaign. And for me, that is... Yeah, and for me, that is what they have to be worried about. Because 70% were in at 951 super delegates where you could influence people who have been appointed. Now, call grassroots 50+1 to win first round. So they are in a serious crisis.
If you are
that is why.
Yeah, okay.
They say only 60%.
Yeah, and that is why for some of us we are not relenting because we feel that was the number as people could have some kind of influence on. But see, we are 951 year called the bigger grassroots. Then that is where they also are now going to speak into the process. But in all of this, my advice is one party, one elephant. At the end of the day, send a mini Akufika, Ubi Obe Winibia, and you now have to rally and support the person. No credit, fairness, and judgment.
Makanda that said that Baumia, in all this, he has the biggest job. And me who say to powder, a party, me say you are joking. At this time, and I was a called drawing board. You cry, you should be crying.
Deep within, men just are.
Now, say Satan, now, baby boy, and you're Ubenya some keke. Ubenya asem Benjamin Lamte me who message no. I can read them or time not there, but I'll read it for you to send a message again. Kisley.
Yes, say at least Baumia LED and super delegate because and MB for no Bompire Munina Boko Munkotuma Baumia March 2024 the way I echoed here because this is Dr. Baumia, Dr. Economist, Dr. Digital Baumia Kennedy Japan Kaya also give me a break. Don't I know what they got to and you know, a bear dead, and we are excited for the MPP. Say, oh, powerful Dr. Baumia. Say, oh, the NBC funding in us, so no, let us just come be excited. I was also excited for. Again, congratulations to Aisha. What you did today on Good Morning Ghana was beautiful. You don't have to return insult for insult. This is the time. The Amuya Nina NDC for no, the Amuya say. We are excited. Kennedy for no Munko this second. Na Alan for Munko dead. Na Munko fee. Now let's allow a beautiful contest between two northern people. Let's see how.
Really?
Oh yes,
really?
Why are you playing the ethnic card? Let's allow a beautiful between if you
listen, we have seen contests between two Southerners. I'm saying that for the first time, look, again, let's not do this to ourselves. I'm saying that let us for the first time see a contest between two.
But they are Ghanaian first, though. They are Ghanaian first.
Let me explain something to you. Share our country. What I'm saying is actually very beautiful. You didn't understand. Our country has come a long way. We were in a point where Kwame Nkrumah thought that we have to give scholarship and dispensation to our northern people to go to school. We have
affirmative action.
I agree. And I'm saying, sir, we have come so far that we are, for the first time in our country, going to have two leading candidates from the northern part of Ghana. That is not an insult. I'm saying that it is beautiful. And now that is my hope. There is nothing wrong with having that.
So I'm not sure.
Absolutely.
I am not sure. You people, I'm not sure you people chose Mahama because he was from the north. You chose him because of a reason. Okay, so why don't you allow MPP to choose their great candidate?
So I shouldn't wish for the person that they choose. I'm wishing for Baumia.
you can't wait for us. You cannot wait for us.
The contest because I think this 2024 election will be a turning point for Ghana history.
Absolutely.
Ghana development. I think whoever will come, say Mahama Mpobe say Baumia Nebeba, say Ken Nebeba, Alan Nebeba. I think whoever will come. Say baby a Ghana youth no ne Ghana ye ginger ye wakoduno. Everybody gets the message that you in Sakraye. And that's why I'm excited for Ghana. Say and we have
that is a 50-second in Japan ever, right?
Yeah.
The excitement is 50-second ever.
The energy
just
dynamics.
Let it change the dynamics. Yeah.
And me the fact that Oyetemani na minimum no na say how he came and how dismissive everybody was away.
Why did you say Temani?
For life. Hey, TM for life. Everybody is there. You know, the fact that we just think that somebody will pay attention to Temakaka. You know,
two people.
So I like that.
And people who pay attention to the North, I won't say with them.
No way.
And my ethnic group, and I
If you today, no. Yeah, people are beginning to say 5 northern regions. This is not
no, Kingsley. Kingsley.
I didn't say Mampusi. I
didn't say Kingsley, for the sake of equity, for the sake of diversity, I think if we get a northern southern challenge, that would be the best.
Oh no.
That's over the years now. Northern, southern, you know.
Exactly. Just to give a fair representation to every part of the country. Why there we? And yet the open MPP
in fact, and then you guys have done a very beautiful contest, and that shows our and me who people like yourselves are. Emma Benije, Emma Kuma to tell me, man. we are not very good at this. And my panel discussion say half of the time but the men, young men, I see a lot of you, no matter the opposition, no matter the disagreement, you're able to do very beautiful discussion. And when I'm a person, so man, politician, young people, no, now people will be able to, we can disagree, agree beautifully, no insults. So the Ghana, she also made a major contribution to Ghana, and I'm happy say why thank you say showdown is coming like a kai Glory is a candidate in the
It's on November 4th.
What a wow, Omunino, Omutu, the damn pan on my ever not. Joe, so they be out free south into him. Oklahoma, you see Mahama, the oil or not. Oko Miama, Mahama, Ball, any other places in Savannah, Baomiaba, no more bridge, or Tamales, and Naruguni identity. A Ghana needs to develop, and yet just one place. What I say, a dream big empire. Also, I join here. Thank you so much. Say a friend saying, also stop talking about Ken to say he's your mate. Oh, dear, who him Ken? Ken on here, that's on here. Watch any doctor. I don't FM Friday. Be out. Who can say Ken on who knows you or be a mate? Oh, if you can't find him, Ken go do level be on own pet. Ken, I got so who knows be a mate. It me, I can proudly say that me any mate. Ken, I got so you be a mate. Although but that's how the man is able to come down to everybody's level. What you say? So other candidates, they are able to come to everybody's level. Na petty.
Maybe almost so Paul Musa Paul Nyame. No, see there be Ujani, son honorable Kent. Mobia and above the ordinary person. He relates so much as an ordinary Ghanaian.
And I'm American, you see, at a point, you are not Friday, be a you watch any docno. Ken Ama Benuado, baby and Saba were free mo. For some powerful, we had a squad. Into every Friday, be a yet nasi. Da, Omambani at Twaken when if you or 12. If we are the money, I come to 12 years. So, only the only so you'll be a level. But Mamma Namasi, thank you so much. I comment to me and count messages there. And then I wouldn't can supporters, so they're very excited supporters. Into a message there, 1 million, you know. Meant me and can be a family, so my apologies. But as like I said, and come on, Mr. Padmo, I said, I'm come production team, no, Mr. Johansson, Eddie Bediako, Nakupon Shamunina, youth, your Pagana, your Pagana and Koso. This is the beauty of politics that people can do politics, do a discussion, and not to be a boom food in a young county. Nakupon Yadama, you be share another time on Wednesday on Gyaso Gyaso Gyaso. Mamma Munyamas, your friend lady, Afia Pokua'S Gyaso Gyaso, a High Life Radio, a King's Jersey Radio, and for media, any other platform, no, our more picking, Migachu FM Okukren to me also a picker. This has been okay, 101.7 FM production, headed by Dr. Father Dixon, any production team, no, Enina, Madam Munina Masi.
And joining me now is the Republican presidential candidate that was at the center of the debate, Vivek Ramaswamy. Mr. Ramaswamy, welcome back to Meet the Press.
It's good to talk to you, Chad.
Let me start with the tragedy that took place in Jackson.
This is the man, Honorable Kennedy Ohene Ejiofor, MP for Asin Central. This man is a true son of our beloved country, Ghana. Now, patriotism starts when people in country step out to demonstrate their love for their country.
If we really want to move this country, I want people who dream. 3 things that we have to keep. We need dreamers, we need thinkers, and we need doers. These 3 things. Our brother.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming. Patriotic citizens always ask, what can I do for my country? Instead of what can my country do for me?
Went to 37 military hospital. I said, I'm going to build ultra-modern cardiothoracic center for Ghana. I'm doing this for my country.
Honorable Kennedy Ohene Ejapon has a track record, a good record that tells his commitment and dedication to help Ghana become a truly independent nation, a nation that produces for itself and creates opportunities for its citizenry, a nation where the youth are educated and guided to be proactive and productive. Yes, one day Ghana will be a better place when you and I work hard and smart alongside visionary leaders like Honorable Kennedy Ohene Ejapon.
It's about time that we speak and criticize ourselves and make sure we change the destiny of the youth of this country. I live for you, so live for your brother too. That's the only way we can change the destiny of this country.
He has already started showing the way to be productive and dependent as a nation. Be patriotic, follow the vision. Honorable Kennedy Ejapon says, this is the time, and the time is now. Let's work together